Hey, hey, hey. What is it going on? What's up? What's up? What's good? What's bad? What's right? What's wrong? What's going on, everybody? Good to be here. Good to see ya. This Wednesday, hump day, April 3rd, 2023. Another crappy day outside for me. Hope you all are enjoying yourselves, having a great day. Hope you had a great night. And I am so happy to see you all here today, guys. We are jumping into day number 3, turning back the clock on the University of Idaho murders, folks. What have we missed? Plenty, I believe, because I have found things every day we've been doing this, and then some. So what do you say we kick this into gear and get right back into it again? Thank you all for being here, and let's do this. Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing today? Good to see you. Good to see ya. Thanks for joining me today. It's so good to be here. It's good to see you all. Hope you all are having a great day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever it is. I hope it's good for you because it's good for me. Good to be here, guys. Good to see you all. Once again, thank you for joining me. Day number 3, or part number 3, whatever you want to call it, looking back on the Idaho 4 case. What have we missed? There's plenty, folks. There's plenty. Things have changed and turned and flipped and flopped. And we are finding stuff every day, which is why we need to do this. So thank you all for joining me and being a part of this, guys, because it is an important scenario. It really is an important thing to do. So who do we have here with us real quick? Mrs. M's in the house. Miss Cindy Ann, welcome back. BBM Turner, good to see you. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. The sweetest lady on the internet. Miss Cece is here. Miss April Stoll, the new moderator. Good to see you, April. Good to have you here. Lance, my brother, what's up? Miss Sylvia's in the house. So good to see you. Let's see. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Miss Liza's here. Good to see you, Liza. David James, my brother, from down under. Good to see you. Good to have you here. T2014. I woke up to snow this morning. I am so sorry to hear that. Hey, little sis. My sister's back in the house. Good to have you here on your lunch break, I'm guessing. Strike first, my little brother. Good to see you, friend. Thank you for joining me. Always happy to see all of you, Miss Liza. Let's see. Cindy Ann, welcome back again. If I didn't say it already, I'm saying it again. Transporter, what's things like over the pond, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Ciao from Miss Cindy Ann in Italia. She's in Italy, guys. Or I think it was Italy. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I thought you had said you were in Rome, so when in Rome. Just saying. Good morning. Good afternoon. I'm not singing. And there she is, my lovely, beautiful mother's in the house. Good to see you, Mama. Thanks for joining us today. I got my mother and my sister in the house. How awesome is that? The gang's all here again. Mr. Hashcats, good to see you. Michelle, Messenger 11, thank you for joining us. And my brother, Mikey. What's happening, brother? Lugaroo, thank you for joining me today. I think Jilly Bean. I love your guys' names, I'm telling you. Thanks for joining us, Jilly Bean. Good to have you here. At some point, I will not be able to get and call each and every one of you guys out, which is going to bother me because I like doing that. I like the personal effect of it, but understand that every single solitary one of you guys that comes in here, if I do not get to call you out, I still love each and every one of you guys and appreciate you guys more than you know. So please understand that if that ever does happen, guys. Excuse me. Well, that's awesome, Jilly Bean. I am so happy to see you here, as I am with all of you guys. And again, guys, for all of you old timers in here, guys, all you meatballs that have been here for a minute, guys, please do as we do and welcome everybody to the family as we should, as we do, as we will. Please do that. Welcome, Pink. Good to see you. That's our other new moderator. Congrats to you and April both. And Miss Poopa's in the house. Good to see you, dear. Thank you for joining us today, too. So great to have you all here today, guys. As I said, excuse me, we are on day number 3, or part number 3, whatever you want to call it, of turning back the clock on the Idaho 4 scenario, guys. What have we missed? What were we missing? What are we still missing? There's so much more to look at, and we will be doing it. Miss Kiki's in the house. Good to see you, dear. Thanks for joining us. So, for that being said, everybody, I want to thank you all for joining us yesterday. Yesterday was a bit of a mess, I guess you say. There was an accident top of my road. Took out a pole, took down the internet lines. Okay, that once that happened, everything went nuts. So I appreciate you guys that were able to reconnect on the second stream when I came back on, and that stayed with me throughout the whole thing. I appreciate that so very much, guys. Again, guys, if you will do this, please, on your way in the door, if you haven't done it yet, please leave a little DNA on the like button for me. Please share this out. Your friends, your neighbors, your dogs, your cats, the milkman, the ice cream man, wherever you want to share it to somebody, because that's what YouTube wants. And please don't forget, at the end of the show, whether you liked it, you hated it, you loved it, whatever it was, guys, if you want to yell at me, cuss me out, call me names, whatever you want to do, please do it by leaving a comment at the end of the show. I would very, very much appreciate that, guys. Sadly, once again, Mama Bear will not be here today, guys. She's working. She's busting her hump. She may join us in the chat. I don't know. We'll see. But she will be back here with us tomorrow. And I can't wait. We do miss her, guys. We do miss her. All right. What we got going on here today. Again, welcome to everybody. It's great to have you all. I promised you I would send you 2 emails so you have what you need. All right. Thank you so very much, Michelle. I do appreciate you. Thanks for having me last night on your panel. I appreciate that so very much. It was very informative. I was very tired by the end, but I appreciate it. You and Miss Annie Potts, it was a great conversation. I appreciate you so much for that. Thank you once again. Miss Pamela's in the house. Good to see you, my dear. Again, over the pond. How are things? How's the weather, guys? I hope it's not as crappy as ours is here up in the northern part of the states, because it's crappy. So great to have you guys here once again. Absolutely. I agree with you, Jilly Bean. I do agree with you. Michelle had a great panel over there last night, guys. There was so much to talk about. So many different angles to go into. It was a great thing. Uh-oh. My number 1 fan, as I was told, Miss Boone's here. Good to see you, Booney. 2 days in a row. How did I get that lucky? Welcome back, Miss Robin and Gizmo. Good to see you again, dear. Thank you for joining us. Anybody that's gifting memberships? Absolutely. Thank you so very much for that. Guys, bear with me a minute. I forgot to do something. I have to set this up the right way. I'm proud of the meatball community. Thank you so much, Poopa. And I appreciate you more than you know, dear. More than you know. Come on. Do your thing, YouTube. Do your thing. Hugs for you, and another hug for you. There's hugs all over the place today, guys. Once again, guys, we had a great stream yesterday. We are growing, folks. We are growing. And I am ecstatic, folks. And I have to thank every one of you guys for doing that for this channel. Okay, we are growing. It was a little bit ago, Heather. I know I always have these stupid things on my head. I forgot them again. It was for a few minutes, and now it's not. It's groggy, crappy out there. No, those were my sunglasses. I had them on my head for a minute. I was outside. Tsunami, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. JFK assassination was an easier case to solve than you ain't lying, Tsunami. You are not lying, guys. That is a fact. KC, welcome. Thank you for joining us once again today. It's great to have you. That's what I'm doing right now, Strike. I forgot to do it, bud. Thank you for reminding me, my friend. I was running behind and I was trying to get in here and I didn't quite get the chance to set it right. So I'm fixing it right now. Just bear with me, everybody. Got to do it. All right. Day 3, guys. Day 3. That's how deep this case is and how much there is with it. Day 3, and we're still not even close to probably being done. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I do need to get me some sun. You ain't lying, David. I need the sun. Why does this do this every time I do this? We're good there. Is that it? Nope, wrong one. I knew it. Hold on. Oh, we're getting there. Echo 444. Welcome to the family. We got a new meatball in the house, everybody. Good to see ya, and thank you for joining us. Echo 444. We got new members, folks. New meatballs to add to the sauce. Come on in here, jump in the sauce with the rest of us, and let's spill some. Don't ask me why I just changed my entire sound to my voice, but I did. Oh, no. Banana Man's in the house. Banana Man. PPR, what's up, brother? Good to see you, Dustin. Miss Nikki, the Wandering Orphan, is in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you. Cloudy with a side of meatballs. That's right, Michelle. That's right. Okay, let's try this one more time. I swear, guys, we will get rolling here in a minute. My computer is not cooperating with me. I think I'm going to have to send it to its room here pretty soon. Come on. All right. All right. Is that going to work? Okay. Let's see. I wasn't ready. Actually, I was. My computer wasn't. Messenger 11. Another meatball in the house. Uh-oh. It's looking like it's going to be a buffet tonight, folks. We got meatballs jumping out all over the place, and I am excited and super, super happy for that, guys. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you guys more than you know, and welcome to the family. Once again, guys, as you become members, our moderators will offer you the opportunity to become a part of the exclusive Discord that we have called The Sauce. How about that? How original, right? And that's a special channel for only members only, where you can jump in there and have conversations with all of us that are meatballs or part of the family per se all day long. I'm in there and everybody else is in there as well, guys. So you can become a member of the Discord just by becoming a member of the channel, folks. It's only $2.99 to become a member. There you go. We got 2 brand new meatballs floating around in the sauce with us now. So welcome, and congratulations to you both. Welcome, Anita Back. I love it. Anita Backrub. Anita Backrub. I love your guys' names. Kill me. It's awesome. It is awesome. Okay. I think I got it now. And thank you. Wait a minute. Did I do it right? Okay. Yep, I did. All right. And thank you, Strike. I appreciate that, bro. It's not really that hard now, Fupa. Believe me, Brandy or any of the other ones that jump in here, they can definitely help you with it. It's not hard at all. And then once you're in there, you don't have to worry about anything. But what we do with the Discord, guys, is like I said, we have all day conversations that go on in there. You guys get kind of like early bird updates as to what we're going to do. We're going to be starting movie nights in here that we're going to be running through Discord where we can all get together in here and watch different types of movies, so on and so forth. A lot of them apply to what I do with my evening streams about, the true stories behind the Hollywood movies that we see. And again, you don't have to join it. It's just something that we like to give as a perk for becoming a member of the family, so on and so forth. So it's all good. Stacy, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Super Troopers. We could work on that. Like I said, once we get enough people together with it, I'm going to start asking, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to watch? You know, sometimes it's just good to have a little bit of fun, watch good comedy, whatever it is. We can do that. You know, it's kind of like a thank you for being here. Gives my moderators a rest and Mama Bear a break, all of that. So it's just something nice sometimes just to kick back and just do nothing. Because what we do, you got to understand it, guys. It's depressing. It's hard to deal with at times. We look at a lot of bad stuff. And every now and then we do need a break. Once a month, I usually do a whole DJ music stream that I have. I started doing it in the evening, Saturday night dance parties with Dago or whatever the hell you guys want to call it. People call it everything, but it's a good time. I play a bunch of music. We hang out, we laugh, we talk, we do whatever we do. It is what it is. So it's kind of another thank you to the moderators for doing such a great job and giving us all a break throughout the week, because 4 weeks of this stuff and you're ready to bang your head on a wall. You know what I mean? So again, good luck. Yeah. Welcome to all of the new people. Again, guys, if you would please welcome them all as we do with everybody that's new. DJ Dago, whatever it may be, Booney, whatever you want to call it. Thank you, CC. Once again, everybody, just so you know, and this is not a necessity, my channel is 100% crowdfunded, folks. So therefore, for me to come out here and do what I do for all of you guys, I do accept donations via Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, of course, the super chats and super stickers. Again, if you feel generous enough to want to do that, then absolutely, we do appreciate you. And if you don't want to, so be it. It's no big deal. I love each and every one of you guys for being here, just for supporting this channel, period. That's all I need. And I thank you all so very much. And now I can take a breath. Can you guys tell I have ADHD? Does it show? Huh? Thank you, CC. There, once again, guys, is my email address. If anybody needs to or wants to email me any information on any of the cases we're working on or anything else like that, there it is, folks. Hey, Snow. What'd you say, Mom? Are you talking to somebody, or are you making fun of me because I'm dancing around like I just had a snow party? There's Mama Bear. There's Heather. Oh, look, I got my whole family here. ADHD is my jam. Okay. There you go, Michelle. There you go. Mama Bear's in the house. Say hello to Mama Bear, everyone. Damn it. Excuse me. All right. Once again, let's get this up. We got 44 beautiful people in here, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. Once again, anybody that just popped in, please, pretty please, leave a little DNA on the like button for me. Share this out to your friends, your neighbors, your family, people you don't like. It doesn't matter. Just share it out. Please do what you should do. I know I felt myself talking at 35 miles an hour. So it's your sister. Oh, my sister's name is Snow. Yes, she is pretty white. My baby sister's almost clear, folks. She is pale. She's absolutely gorgeous, though. You're not gonna find too many clear women that are that gorgeous. My sister's beautiful, just like my mother. You need a love button. Did Dylan and Bethany have to use the bathroom? Wait, what? Welcome, Patricia Jean. Good to have you. Good to see you. What did you say there? And we all love you too, Lance, and I appreciate that, brother. Did Dylan and Bethany have to use the bathroom during the morning early hours, or did they both use? But yeah, that's a good point, Michelle. That's a good point. Dago runs on coffee and sarcasm. Amen to that one, Robin. Amen to that. And unsweetened tea, too. Everyone's talking about the food delivery person. How about the who picked them up from the grub truck? From what I understand, Stacy, he was completely cleared very early. Once again, that was not an Uber, but it was a campus ride share situation, and they cleared him like right away, I guess. But we all know how they like to clear people, in 10 minutes. You can clear the whole right side of the campus out. 10 minutes, it's done. Everybody's good. So thank you, Pink. I appreciate you, dear. Yes, amen, mama. No lie. But she calls me Snow because I have to keep the dwarfs in line at work. Yes, you do. You and Mrs. Dago, my beautiful wife. My lovely wife and my gorgeous sister work together in the same facility, folks, so don't get confused. He was cleared. I thought she was upset and left the job at Jack in the Box. Well, and that's what was said with the interview that was talked about. What JLR had put out an interview of a lady speaking to them at Jack in the Box. Excuse me, folks. And first of all, the two that the woman was speaking to sounded like Cheech and Chong. They didn't seem to know where the hell they were, what they were doing, or what was being said. And what's up, Brother Red? Good to see you here. And they said that she had stopped door dashing for a while because of what had been going on, and then she recently just came back. That's the girl, the female door dasher with the long black hair. Good God, my sinuses are killing me today. I do DoorDash. I've heard it's a pretty lucrative thing to do, Poopa. Are you having a podcast later too, little big bro? Little big. I got your little big bro. Yeah. Not probably tonight, hon. I might be jumping around. I might just take a break and just hang out with my family. I don't know. If something big happens, I always jump in then, but not tomorrow. I will be here from 12 to 12:30, between 12 and 12:30 again, and then tomorrow night I'm doing the true story behind. Oh my God, I just went blank. It's the true story behind the movie we picked the other day. There you go. I know you probably got to go back to work. I know my intro, it takes a long time, sis, and I apologize, but I got a lot of people that come in here, and I got to warm everybody up. So I'm sorry. I wish you were not on lunch and you could hang out longer. And by the way, she calls me little big bro, and I'll just put it out there. I'm not worried about it. Mom, stop doing the beep beep thing, okay? I swear to God, but this is what my family does to me. I love them to death, but this is what they do. I'm short, guys. As we all know, I'm not the tallest thing, okay? My mother and my sister are both just a tad taller than me. So I'm her little big brother because I'm older than her. Get it? Ha ha. My mother does this whole beep beep thing for little people, and it's like, whatever. You see, they gang up on me, guys. They say they love me, but they gang up on me. Polo. There was an interview as far as you mean law enforcement hash. I don't know. I believe they did, and they cleared that person, but people are strange, April, and scary. It does. Gotta cut it short. It's part of what I do, my dear. And there's people still rolling in here. You see this as I'm talking. I just said that. Yes, she's taller than me. Like by that much. So is my mother. Like that much. The women in my family are tall, except for, well, my aunt's not, but I took after my father's mother, who looked like basically a meatball. So there you go. And I love you too. Very much, my dear sister. I love you so very much. Do not work too hard, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Tell my wife I love her. Well, you are, Papa Smurf, King Meatball. I know, Banana Man. I know. April, I am careful. I have done that. Yeah, you better be real careful, Poopa, because I've seen some crazy things go on with that. So, Miss Kelly, welcome. Good to see you back here again. Where are we at? Oh, don't even start, mother. See, I told you, Dustin, with the whole damn Papa Smurf thing. I knew, and of all people to see that, my mother, because my mother likes to tease me. I'll just put it that way in a lot of ways. So I gained half an inch stretching doing yoga. I'm not going to be gaining any more inches, Stacy. I'm just a little guy. All right, all right. Mystic Bandit, good or Mystical Bandit, good to see you. How much credibility do you give the pictures you told to? None, none. I can't. Um, what I saw, you can't tell it what's what. Okay. Welcome, Larry. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, I know you're tall, Robin. Robin's really tall, folks. He's 6 foot tall. Um, and he's taller than you. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know nothing about. See, and my mother teases me, but she used to say when I was a widow boy and I was sad all the time because I was widow. Good things come in small packages, Joey. It's okay. We love you. That kind of shit is what I went through when I was a kid. And now they make fun of me because I'm short and do the whole beep beep shit with the little feet and all that stuff. Yeah, it's great. Absolutely mystical. I do not give them credibility because I can't see them. Okay, they're so very hard to look at. Absolutely, Larry. They're so very hard to look at. They're they're probably the blurriest pictures I've ever seen. So so I don't want to say anything about credibility. And at that point, I just have to let it be what it is. He gives as good as he gets. Oh, okay. Okay. Me too. Us short people are more grounded. 100%. Thank you, Stacy. And I always say that tall people, they hit harder when they fall. So, remember that one. All you tall peoples. I believe Sylvia says, I believe they only referred to the DoorDash driver as just that, a DoorDash driver. I don't think they mentioned gender. Well, there was an interview done with the DoorDash driver, Sylvia, and they have proved that, well, based on what the two guys at Jack in the Box said, that it was a girl with dark hair. Amy Conway's in the house. Good to see you. But mom gave us you. Yeah, I know. That's why I love her. You guys are lucky you got me, right? Thank you so much, Mrs. M. See, I am loved. I know it. So, all right, guys. So today we're going to be touching on some things that, as we jump into it, I've always had issue with the timeline. For one, we're going to go back to that again, but we're actually going to hit it today. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Larry. Once again, I'm going to actually put a banner up and run that on a regular basis. But yeah, justice for all of these kids, and then some, and their families. Absolutely, Miss Amy. The last two times, 1122 King Road, were rented the post and said no pets allowed. Right. This is fact. I mean, the documents. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. Sylvia, you are absolutely correct. That is correct. That's what Murphy, hell no. Right. Make sure I didn't miss nothing here. I'd heard things to that effect early on that was on Reddit. Yes. But yeah, there, I'm a whopping 4'11". My daughter is too. She's tiny. She packs a hell of a punch, though. Small people are badass, guys. They're tough. We are tough. Wow, your mom sounds awful, right? Uh-huh. How did I survive? She does the same thing, Nikki. My mother's awesome, guys. She is awesome. Love her to death. I told you guys she's the cool grandma that wears Chuck Taylors and Vans and ACDC t-shirts and all that kind of stuff. Anything that you would just, she doesn't fit. She does not look or act 70 years old. My sister's the same way. They both look like Barbie dolls. I don't know how I turned out like I did. Seriously, I'll have to show you one day. My mother and my sister are just absolutely beautiful. They're both blonde, blue-eyed, tall. I mean, come on. And then there's this. You know what I mean? Thank you, April. That's a fact. That is a fact. So, there you go, Fupa. 98 pounds. Sylvia, you got to eat a sandwich, sweetheart. I went through that with my daughter. She just now started picking up weight. She just now turned 30. So, oh, Lord. So, already 2 interesting tidbits. DoorDasher and rental. What are you saying here, Michelle? I'm sorry. 2 interesting tidbits. DoorDasher and rental requirements breached. Landlord just tired of the crap, looking for a loophole, maybe, hence all the surveys and calls for noise. Well, they did make some noise. I mean, we know that, guys. The cops were there every other day, and when they were there, they were making some noise. I mean, but again, it's a college neighborhood. It's a campus neighborhood, folks. This is a college town. All right, Mama. Have a good day yourself. I'm glad you got a kick out of that. I used to stand behind my mom and rest my chin on her head. Yeah, I can't do that. She can do that to me. I'm good. I came from mostly hobbits, and then we have your tall self, right? All right, so we got 58 lovely people in here, guys. Please make sure that you're hitting that like button, leave some DNA on it for me, share it out to your friends and neighbors and anybody you think would love it. And we are about to get to going. Again, before we do get into anything, did anybody have any other specific questions? Maybe about yesterday's show or anything that you needed me to answer for you about that, or just anything in general about this case at all before we get going with what we're going to do. Yes, it is good to have you back, Miss Robin. Miss Robin was here with us pretty much close to when I first started my channel, maybe a month or so out, and was gone for a little while and is now back again. And it's good to have you back, Miss Robin. Absolutely, Michelle, I get it. I am grateful, very grateful and blessed to have my parents and my family. That's a fact. All right, here we go. Miss Amy says, what the heck? Wait a minute. Dago, we know Brian's shoe size is 13. Do we know size? Wait, do we know size of scene? I'm not understanding that, Amy. If that picture is that your picture for your icon, you look like an actress that I've seen, and I don't remember the name. But if that's your picture, you look just like whoever this actress is. Oh, it's okay, Casey. No worries. They'll be posted and you'll be able to catch them. 5'3" and 5'9". Wow. So he could just pick you up and carry you around on his hip, right? Right, Strike? Just a little guy. Do we know size of scene? I think I misunderstood your question, Amy. I think we know Brian's shoe size. Oh, you mean the shoe size that was found at the scene? Okay. Um, that is a good question. I I thought Brian was like an 11. Didn't they take shoes from his father's house when they raided his house and they found that that's what it was? Sergeant Friday. Just the facts, ma'am. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Just the facts. And I try. I try hard, believe me. Brian is a 13. Okay. I misunderstood that then. I swore it was like an 11. I don't know. I better put these up here because I'm going to be reading things. Okay, so the scene, did anybody get the shoe size that was found at the scene, by the way? Does anybody know that for a fact? Because I never did get that info. Yeah, so was I, Poop. I don't feel bad. I do need to get some sun, folks. I'm kind of washed out. It is interesting. Absolutely, Amy. At the scene, Sylvia said, I have heard size 9 possibly, but not sure. And I don't know either. I did. I thought I did too, Poopa, but it could have been anything. Has anyone noticed the Idaho 4 cop cars look almost exactly as the Elantra, as do 5 other models from different manufacturers? Yeah, and we were watching some video yesterday, Friday, that with the whole the band field thing and all that kind of stuff, that there were unmarked personal vehicles being used in that scenario, if that's what you're talking about, that are not licensed police vehicles. Okay, which was something we questioned. Welcome back, Harlot. Good to see you. I don't think they ever even said if it was a full print that was found at the scene. I don't believe it was. I think it was just a partial. Tsunami says, the question I have is if Ellie was aware of Koberger on 11/25, why didn't they bring him in, or why didn't they bring him for an interview? Law enforcement, FBI were most likely going through items at WSU, hence why WSU started to remove him. Good point. Good point, Tsunami. Thank you for that. Absolutely, Friday. No problem. And thank you for being here, sir. And that was a big question too, Friday, that we had talked about last night. Because when I was over with Michelle last night over at Messenger 11, I talked about that, and I talked about that here the day before. And it was kind of interesting that for whatever reason, there were people, I don't know if they were officers or what they were, and we were wondering that ourselves, that were in private vehicles stopping people with radios in their cars, or at least the one guy did, that was driving the silver looking Elantra per se. And I think it was an Elantra. What was the scenario behind that? You know what I mean? Echo 44-4 says, yes, I noticed that too. Maybe that's why an Elantra was the car of choice in the crime. That's a very good point, Echo. Sarah D, good to see you, dear. Thanks for joining us. The Bethany issue is clear or nobody knows. Which issue with Bethany, Liza, are you talking about? All right. And also, Michelle sent me something. I need to look at that stuff real quick. And I need to check my other. MPD has the fusions. That's right, Tsunami. Just so you know, Sergeant Friday, Moscow PD does have the Ford Fusions. Those are the vehicles that they drive. Yeah, you see them everywhere now, don't you, Fupa? I do too. All right, let me see here. Let me see if my Molly sent me any other. Miss Heather, that's funny. Where we at here? Oh yeah. Somebody Messenger 11 or Michelle brought something to my attention, and I have the pictures here, and I'm very curious as to who this person is. So we're going to be looking into that as well. Why did Lanier lie about the Banfield call and unmarked cars to a call by Jay is for justice? He lied, said no unmarked cars, then listened to body cam. He says unmarked Ford Fusion. Correct. There are 6 cars that fit the side profile of an Elantra. You're not lying, bro. We've looked at them all, and they match up. We've superimposed them on each other. They all fit the same body style. It's crazy. It is crazy. Sylvia says that the Banfield is super drawn out. Strange event, in my opinion. It's a very strange event, and there's some very strange things that went on in relation to that as well. So agreed, Sarah. It is a very huge case. Oh, Liza's repeating. Okay, so Bethany is supposed to talk with defense or not. The defense, she got her way and does not have to go back to Idaho. The defense team is going to be traveling to Nevada to interview her in regards to what's going on, and we will see what happens from there. All I can do is pray that that's recorded and that we can be able to hear it. That's all I want. Oh, yeah. This has been a circus, Liza, and it's getting way worse. Yeah. Nissan Altima, Honda Civic, Ford Fusion, Hyundai Elantra, Toyota Camry, Jeep, truck, SUV. There's a lot of vehicles in this case. That's a fact. All right, here we are. 1 second. All right. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to deal with DMs about this as well as this at the same time. So does it seem like all the so-called big crimes lately turn into every single one of them, Robin? Kylie Rodney, Summer Wells, this one, every one of them. Does the silver Elantra have tinted windows? It was hard to see, but I don't think it did, Casey. I don't think it did. That's actually a good question, Echo. Why did they use a stock photo and not the actual vehicle? I think maybe because maybe they didn't actually have the correct photos of the vehicle at that time. I don't know. I have a pic of the car involved. It's in the Eugene article of car found abandoned straight up. That's our car. The one that was found in Oregon. That's the one you think is the car that was involved, huh? That was a good point, Michelle. I think Bethany needs some high-powered security detail when she goes back to Idaho because her life is surely in danger, in my opinion. She's not going back to Idaho, so I don't think that's going to be an issue, but I got you, Michelle. I understand completely. Not just his car is questionable, but someone saying it's okay, I am here to help makes no sense unless it's a cop. I had this same conversation Friday with, I can't remember who it was, but I did have this conversation with somebody else. That does make sense. What better way to make somebody trust you? That's all I'm going to say. And I'm not saying that this is, again, I'm about to put a tag up on here. Anything that is talked about in here is purely speculative. It's purely, I try to talk about with facts but we speculate with the facts. Okay. So however that sounds, and everything is all alleged. So Emma Bartholomew, welcome. So glad I found you on Jules. Great work, dude. Thank you so much, Emma. And I'm so happy to have you here. I hope you like it here and you want to stick around for a long, long time. That's all I can say. And that goes for all of you guys. I have plenty of room in my channel and in my heart for each one of you guys to be here, no matter how many of you guys there are. And I love having you all here. And I'm just grateful for each and every one of you. If Judge Marshall was a chat mod, all of these chats would have... You ain't lying, Tsunami. You are not lying. 100% speculation. Yes, sir. It's all speculation based on fact. Well, it's all speculation based on what they're telling us is fact. At this point, I don't think we know what fact is because half of what we've been told by them, it does not come out correct either. So, Miss Emma, good to see you. Again, thank you for joining us. 12/17, Moscow PD puts out Bolo. Be on the lookout for a white 2011 to 2013 Elantra. Why? If WFU found Brian's 2015 1 week previous on 11/29, after Officer Payne saw it matched their suspect. That's a very good question. Michigal. Gotcha. That's a great question, to be honest with you. That's all good, Annie. Welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. We haven't really gotten into a whole lot of anything. We're just kind of talking about little bits and pieces of things before we delve into anything deep. So we have some faces, guys. And then these are faces I've seen in a couple different pictures before. And I want to know who this person is. Because for one, at least just this one person, I've got a high interest in him. I'm going to show you who it is. And again, thank you, Michelle, for the pictures. I think these are two different people side by side. But the one on the left is the one that I want to know who he is. This guy right here is the one I want to know who he is. These are two different people, but him, I've seen him in multiple things, and I have a feeling for some reason that this guy is a law enforcement officer. I don't know what it is. I want to say I've seen him very possibly in uniform, folks. Um, and we are happy to have you here, Emma. Some old man. That's right. All right, Cece. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. They have said BK was pulled over before this incident. Did they report any confiscation of a knife? Speculation. Not that I know of, sir. But good point. I don't know. Do we have a smaller picture of him, like a more vivid? I've seen better pictures of him, and he does have like a hunting hat on. I can't think of what it says on it, but you're saying that this guy right here is Brian Kopaka? Are you sure? That's not Brian Kopaka or Brent Kopaka. Sorry, not Brian. Thank you, JX. Good to see you. That's what I thought, Dana. That was who that was the plainclothes, one of the plainclothes officers giving citations out. Which, by the way, I made a something came to me last night. Those citations, okay, those citations that they were doing that night, Banfield. I want to know, and I brought this up last night on Michelle's panel when I was in there. I want to know if those are logged into police files. That's what I want to know. I want to know if those were logged in and reported at the station. The names, social security numbers, and all of that, and the actual citations that they were giving out should be logged in at the station in Moscow, and I want to know if they are. Which I'm sure we cannot FOIA that stuff, but still. Are you taking off, Robin? All right. Thank you, Robin, for joining us. It was great to have you here. Have a great day. Because, folks, here's why I'm asking this. I am highly questioning that whole Banfield scenario now because of things that we've talked about over the past couple days, things that Michelle talked about, that Annie talked about. I have an issue. I want to know if those things are all logged in and reported at the police station. I want to know why, when the guy was in his car on the radio talking, that nobody was talking back. Who are you? Do you work for the police department? Are you a friend of a cop that asked you to show up here? And why? And if these people were hired on because that game was that night, if Moscow PD hired them on as like deputized security guards or something like that to help with security for that night, they should have had markers somewhere to show who they are. You can't just do that, okay? So something was wrong with that from the beginning, in my opinion. There is no campus police. That's the thing, Tsunami. MPD is campus police over there. Yeah, I know, Mikey. That's what I want. I want to get a clearer picture of this. Michelle, if you have any, I would love it. I would. Thank you. Dago, I think that's my ex. What? What? You're talking about this one right here, Nikki? Or this guy? These are two different people, by the way, guys. They look the same, but they're two different. You can tell by looking at the eye structure and the eyes themselves and his nose. They're two different noses. I want to see this one, Nikki. I completely agree with what y'all said last night about the Patty Mayo. Yeah, that was all Annie Potts. And she's absolutely right. The whole thing that goes on with Patty Mayo, he dresses up is as his name is Patrick. That guy looks like a Patrick too. He dresses up as a cop and he does all this scripted stuff on YouTube, and he's not a licensed police officer. He's not a licensed bounty hunter. It's all a show, okay, that they act out, including the people that are arrested and everything. It's almost in line with what went on that night to me at the Banfield. Were those guys okay, is this the guy that works at the food truck, the chef, or the cook, or the owner, Joseph, his name was? The dude in the right has been said is a friend of Kopaka. This guy here. Gotcha, Liza. Thank you. Sammy Smith, she's a psychopath. Welcome, Jerry. Good to have you here. The Collins game played that night was with the same school that Sammy Smith goes to, UNC or UN Davis. Oh, don't even bring Sammy Smith into this. That's another one. She's another one. No worries, Nikki. Take your time, dear. The guy on the right is Charles Robert Kelsey. He works in IT at U of I, is also a neighbor. Thank you, Jerry. Do you know who this one is, Jerry? Right here. The guy on the left. They would have reported it if they had hired outside. That's kind of what my thought is, Friday. I would think that too. They would have to, wouldn't they? Because if there's some kind of if something happens, it has to be recorded that they reported that these people are working for PD. That's right. MPD regulates certainly officers to act as campus security. Right. Yeah, they don't have any kind of a security there. MPD is the security, which is a joke to me, but like the owls are going crazy today outside. I'm working on it, Miss Nikki. Hold on. All righty, no problem, Michelle. Thank you. Welcome back, Mr. Sentinel. Good to see you. Has a contract with university. Okay, that's why I said they act as campus security. No, it's very close, Nikki, but that's not him. He has the dude in the other picture has brown eyes. That's not him. Here, I'll show you guys. This is what she just sent me, so you guys can verify for me too. This is not him. They do look a lot alike, but that's not him. This picture kind of is what makes it look like him, but this guy, whoever this was, your ex, has bluish eyes. Welcome, don't dive, 509. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so very much. The guy on the right side is Brent Kopaka. Is that Brent? Because I really have never seen him. Yeah, that's definitely not him, Nikki. I'm sorry, hon. Relax. It'll be okay. Let me see something here, guys. Where did that picture go? Okay, I got 2 to 3 owls outside my house making all sorts of weird noises. Hold on. Okay. There we go. That's a better picture, Mike. You might be able to use this one, but this is definitely not that guy, Nikki. Hold on. Thank you so very much, Michelle, for these. Yeah, see, if you look at this, you can tell completely different. They do look very, very similar, but that's not him. I don't know if that'll help you or not, Mike. There's a hand in the way, but not the one that I have out here, Sylvia. I have a mutant dinosaur owl out here that's taller than my granddaughter. I, we need to pull up a picture of Kopaka so that we can match it and just, you know, is the Banfield property part of the university? Yes. Nope. It is part of the university. That was talked about early on. Let me see. Curious to know who this is too, but I'm more curious about this guy. See, it looks kind of like a wildlife patch to me. If I could only read it. It might be a military, almost, you know how they have those hats that have like battleships or aircraft carrier names and stuff like that on them? No dice, huh, Mike? Damn it. Let me see if I got any others that are better. Hold on, Mikey. This guy right here is Brent Kopaka, huh? Okay. Did Afghanistan tour with someone in the Moscow Police Department? Yeah, it was said that he did that with one of the Payne brothers. Supposedly he did it with one of the Payne brothers. That's what I heard too. Pauline, wait a minute. Just Living, good to see you. Thank you for subscribing and thank you for joining us. I appreciate you so very much. So this is Brent Kopaka. I never saw his face, folks. And this is somebody we're trying to figure out. So I need a more clear picture of this guy. And then we have this guy. That's not him though. That guy that I'm looking for and this guy are two different people. And I will go back to these guys. Who's this? Who is this that we have here? Look at the pic of him on site on body cam. I sent all that. Okay, thank you, Michelle. Absolutely will. This is Jack Decor. I do know that one. Oh, that was Saeed. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That is Jack Decor as well with Maddie and Kaylee. This is Jack Showalter, Maddie, Kaylee, Jack Decor. This is the owner of the Corner Club. And back in this corner, you can't see him, is Adam. Look up pic online of Kopaka. That is definitely not him on the right. Oh, okay. Somebody was saying it was. Hold on. Give me a moment here. I didn't think that was because somebody had said something to me. Jack D left early that night. Uh-huh. And didn't answer his phone. And where did he go? Let me see something here. All right. Thank you, Michelle. Seriously. I appreciate all these pictures. And anything any of you send me, I appreciate it 100%. Side by sides. Right. Hold on. Damn it. Oh no, that is Jack D. That was Jack Decor. That was already verified by somebody else too. A couple people actually verified that. That he was sitting there talking to Annie, sitting there talking to Maddie and Kaylee. But yeah, that's Jack Decor sitting there talking to the two girls. I just want to put this out there. Dana says that at Fort Bragg, the 82nd Airborne is also the place they use to train for PSYOPs. Good point, Dana. Was Jack D seen coming out of the house with those guys to take the talking God knows what out of the house? One guy had a cowboy hat. If so, WTF was he doing out at an active crime scene? Don't know. Oh yeah. You're talking about at the end there. Those were police officers, Sylvia, with the cowboy hats on. Yeah, those were feds. Feds or marshals, one of the two. Mark Triple-Piece, the owner, not Fry. Yes. Yeah, that was who that was. That was verified too. Thank you, Jerry. Yeah, it is sad, Nikki. It's very sad. Every bit of it's sad, unfortunately. Hold on a minute, guys. 1 second here. Okay. Okay, so this is, hold on if it's going to show the picture. This is Brent Kopaka. Okay. Now, this is without facial hair, of course, because this is military photo. The eyes are kind of the same. Good Lord. Hold on, folks. Yellow. Okay. So yeah, that's Brent Kopaka. Now let me see if I can pull. Hold on. I can do that. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. Once again, welcome. Jorm. Am I saying it correct, Jorm? What is going on? Hold on, folks. Just in case there's somebody trying to call in. All right, guys. Sorry. I know what happened. Everything froze up because I had 65 things open at one time and it just froze. So my apologies for all of that, guys. So this is, if we can see it again, that is the best picture that they put up of him. Okay, this is without all the facial hair. So I don't think that's him. It looks like a different picture altogether. But we'll figure that out. That's not a problem. Okay. Not at all. Exactly, JX. That's what I'm saying. His picture. Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I will do that then. 1 second here. All right. That's what I did with this, but just to be sure. It's the only picture I can find of him. I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking. And you know that entire thing with Kopaka, I have issues with that anyway. I was talking with Annie and Michelle last night about that. That they brought the so-called wait a minute. They brought the roommates out of the apartment safely. That was done. They brought the roommates out of the apartment safely. I'm saying it again. Why did they have to unalive him? SWAT is specially trained to be able to handle those situations. As long as the people that whose lives are in danger are removed from the issue, you don't have to shoot to kill somebody. They could have done it a different way. So why did they do it like that? That's the issue I have with that. Okay. Charles has a wide nose. Brent has a wider. The only other picture that I've found at this point, where did it go? Here we go. This is the most, like they're saying recent, and this is the one that they're showing for the story that they had put up. You guys tell me. I still don't think it's him. The eyes are different to me. They don't even look like the same person, you guys. You think that's him, Friday? Okay. And that's right, Michigan. They were never interviewed. We've never seen them. We've never heard anything from them. But he's deceased. This man earned a Purple Heart. He did 2 tours. He put his life on the line for the entire country and defended our country. And they had to take him out after the roommates were safe. Why? That makes no sense to me. I wasn't sure if the caller or Brent was classified as a protected person during that swap, but someone was. I thought it was him. And he says that's not Brent. And that's what they're saying right here. Man shot, killed by police, identified Brentley Kopaka. And if you look at these pictures, guys, that's not the same person. This kid has brown eyes. This guy has hazel green eyes like mine. These aren't the same person. Let's double check it, make sure. Man killed and officer involved shooting identified. Oh, that is not the same person. See, this is why I hate the computer. It was underneath his name and it brought him up. That's definitely not him. I told you that wasn't right. And it was under his name, too. That's what I don't understand. I hate when they do this shit. Hold on, folks. I'm sorry about that. Where did it go? Where did it go? I didn't think that was him. Something didn't seem right. And that's why I kept going back and forth. Welcome outdoors. This was not Brent K. I don't think it was. That's not him. No, I don't. Why do they keep pushing? Oh, this makes me so damn mad. I don't want to spend the whole day on this either. I want to move along with other things, but wait a minute. Okay, this is his picture. All right. Here we go, guys. Hold on. My apologies once again. I hate computers sometimes. All right, now blow this up. That's him. Was it just because he had a beard they thought that they could match it up to anybody? That's ridiculous. Wait a minute. See, they even have that picture linked up with that one too. That's bullshit that they do that. You know what? It won't let me. Anywho, that's him right there. And that doesn't look like that guy in the picture either. What you can see of it. It's hard to see it, damn it. I can't blow it up anymore. My apologies, folks. Barry is working, Heather, and I have no idea. Strike is in here. I have no idea, Heather. Don't know. Don't dive 509. I mean, come on, panel. Okay. Welcome, Sammy. Good to see you. I can do that for a few minutes. If anybody has something they want to talk about, we can do that for just a few minutes, but I got to keep it short. So hold on a minute. All right. Don't dive. There's a link. Yes, I will, Michelle. One moment. Let me get this dealt with here, and then I will do that. Okay. There's a link in the chat right there. Don't dive. When you do click on it, I do need you to show me just your face down here and backstage so I can see that it's you, and then I'll pull you up. And then you don't have to show your face on panel if you don't want to, okay? Because people, not saying you would do it, but people have in the past, they try to porn bomb creators at times, and I don't want it, I don't want to cause any drama. So, all right, Miss Annie, email is all right. Here we go. All right, there you go. Don't dive. The link is right there at the bottom, very bottom of the chat. Thank you, Pink. I appreciate that. Then again, guys, anybody that's just popped in here, please, if you haven't, please leave me a like or hit the like button and leave a like and share this out if you would. Very much appreciated. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely, Annie. Thank you for anything you send. Okay, don't dive. It's saying your devices are not connected, whether it be your microphone or your camera, one of the two. You're going to have to make sure that that's set in before it'll let me click on you. Okay. All right, go ahead and flash me a picture of your face real quick, if you don't mind. Or you know what I can do. Hold on. One handle.
Okay, am I now?
Okay, can you hear me?
Let's see.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh Lord, I don't know how to do it, Dago.
It's all right. That's all
I'm
right.
trying.
You're okay. I see it now. You're fine. As long as you don't show me any.
It says I'm in the show. Everyone can see and hear, but
Yep, you're in the show now. You're good. As long as you can hear me. Can you hear me?
well, anyway, do a thumbs up if you could hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I can't hear you, but that's okay. Look on face.
If you go, you can't hear me. Hold on. If you go out and come back,
Okay, okay, wait a minute.
all right, now come back in, and you should be hooked up because I can hear her very clearly. She just couldn't hear us. Biatch Pudding, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. All right, now try it again. Here's the link one more time so you don't have to go looking for it. And then we will get to this other part of what we're going to do. All right. Make sure your devices are connected. Don't dive. That's what we're going to do, Hash Cats. We're going back to the very basic. Right, Mikey. I can't click on it. Don't dive. Whatever you did last time, you have to click on it to enable your microphone and your speaker. So, like I said, Mikey had an idea last night. It's something I was talking about too, but we're going down to the cut and dry basics of this. Boom, boom, boom. Who did these people know? Who did those people know? Who did this to this person? Who did that? And we're just going to take it apart piece by piece. It's going to take a while, but we're going to do it. It's not all going to happen in one day, but thank you, Heather. 74 awesome people tuning in right now, guys. Please, thank you. Please and thank you for being here. There we go. All right. I can hear you.
Finally. Oh,
You're
I don't
good.
want y'all to see me. I got my towel on my head.
That's okay.
I'm
You can,
sorry. Hey,
no,
everybody.
you're okay.
Okay.
If you're not comfortable, you can take your camera down, hon. You don't have to do that. You can just leave up your icon.
Okay,
There
I
you
did it.
go.
All
You're
right.
comfortable.
Okay. Go look on Facebook because I saw this last night. If you look on Facebook for a Dawn Hink, I think it's Hinkley Kopaka or Hickley Kopaka. It's Brent Kopaka is in the middle, and the lady with the red hair is his mother, and his dad's on the right side. So it's
On
either Hinkley or Hickley. It's on Facebook, and Brent is in the middle. Evidently, it was when he was younger, maybe, or just went in because he's in the army. He was in the army,
Okay.
Yeah, that must have been an older picture. Maybe when he first went in.
Right.
Okay, did you get it? Did you pull it up?
I'm trying to right now. Donald
Okay.
or Don?
It's Dawn, Dawn.
Oh, that's why. Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
Thank you, by the way, for the information
Oh, you're very welcome.
and for
Any
jumping up here.
anything I could do.
Absolutely. I hope you're enjoying the show and that you do enjoy the show.
Yes, yes. And last night was awesome. Oh my
Thank
God. You and Annie and Michelle, y'all just make an awesome team, investigation team.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, as does Michelle, I'm sure, and Miss Annie's awesome. I agree.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I found it. You're gonna let me click on that picture. It's hard to see, but that's definitely a younger picture of him. You're right.
Yeah, it's got to be a younger picture, but I do remember looking at the obituary for Brent that
Yeah,
his mama's name was Dawn.
Don Hickey Kopaka. There it is. Yeah,
Hinky, that's it. Yeah, I didn't know if it was Hinkley or Hinky.
Hickey, like Hickey.
Hickey, yeah.
There it is, folks. Just so you can see it real quick. That's
Not
him.
Hinkley.
Yeah.
Not Hinkley, because that's the one that killed John Lennon, right?
Yeah, no, definitely not John Hinckley.
No.
No, it's Don Hickey Kopaka. That's his mother, I'm guessing. There he is in the middle. Mom, dad. There it is, folks.
Okay. And that's it. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, Jersey number 9 at the grub truck, that's Jack Katovich, Elizabeth Katovich's brother.
Okay. Jack Cat. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Are you from down Louisiana by chance?
Yes, I am. South Louisiana.
I love it. I love the Louisiana accent. I always have.
Oh yeah, I got a little bit of Cajun and a little bit of country.
There you go. Can't get it better than that.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, and thanks for jumping up here. Have a great one, and thanks for being with us today.
Okay, you too. All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Great stuff. Thank you so much. Don't dive. I appreciate that. All right, Michelle, let me do this now and get this pulled up real fast. That way we can get through that. Where'd it go? Adrian Child. Okay. These are side by sides. Okay.
Y'all, I'm besides myself. I'm literally besides myself.
Hold on. Okay.
And all my people that watch the live, this is dedicated to you. And I said I would get y'all something.
Thank you, Heather.
Got y'all a couple other things. I try to make this video as short as possible. Give me a moment so I can get this together here.
Thank you for your service, Sammy.
All right, you guys.
I did
Get
not
ready
know
for
that.
the bombs to drop. You know how Libras are. I'm a Libra. I got to drop the bombs in the mix.
She dropped a bomb on me.
All right. This is a, let me go ahead and pause it.
There he is.
This is a picture that I found of, remember I told you the girl Emma Gunther at the grub truck? The one I found. This is the man, this is a man, whether or not this is the same man, this is a man that was on the body cam the night that Emily or Bethany answered the door.
Okay.
So this man in this picture, excuse me, is wearing a hat and looks to be really similar mustache, a very similar facial structure and nose. So let's go ahead and start comparing those things, if you would, please. And on to the next photo. It's going to be coming up here soon here. Man, my neck is so crooked, but I've been sitting too much. Okay, here we go. Here.
It does look like him a lot. From what I wait, we're talking about this picture here, right?
I don't know why this thing keeps showing up. Probably because I didn't download it or something.
These two do look a lot alike, but I don't know if they're the same. That's the
Come
only
on.
problem.
Okay. Okay, so here's a little bit closer face. Okay, so I got it to come off. You see here? So go ahead and compare here, right? Go ahead and compare here. Okay, take a good look at that. Now, I think it's the same person. I could be wrong, but I think it's the same person. Now I'm getting to the relation. Here's Emma, okay? But see, look into your right-hand sides. You see down on the right-hand bottom sides, I scrolled in on his shoe. That's a Vans. That's a Vans shoe. That is a Vans shoe. Does this man work on the police force? I don't recall seeing him, but I would have to go through the police force photos to find out. But there's Molly. She's got her, not Molly. I keep wanting to call her Molly. It's Emma. Okay. I keep wanting to call her Molly for some reason. Maybe she's got the Molly, but she's got the American flag. Maybe she was trying to date a cop at one point. I'm not really sure, but you know, she gets around. She's a little floozy. And so, and she likes to, you know, she likes to get it. Maybe she can't keep a man because she can't keep her legs closed.
Oh,
But
right.
in any case, she's messing around with
Tell
the
us how you
cops,
really feel,
it
Michelle.
looks like, and they're out, you know, cavorting around with these people.
Well, there they are, folks.
So that's them. Okay, now here. Okay, now here you have, oops. See that? Okay, that's a picture that they put out of Brent Kopaga, but that's the same guy that I just found. Okay, interesting, right? This is a different guy that was at the scene of the same night that I was just talking about, that body cam. Okay, this is the same guy, but this guy looks to me like it could be either Brian Koberger and or Saeed in training before Banfield, let you know, like with his hair back or something, and or Dan Esty. Does that almost looks like his body build? But then again, he looks younger. See, you see how he looks younger?
I don't think that's
So
Saeed.
there is a situation there where we don't know who this guy is.
He's not
You know what I
dark
mean?
enough for
We don't
Saeed to
know
be
who that
Saeed,
guy
I don't
is.
think.
And we don't know who this guy is.
That's the one I
But
want to know.
he has affiliation with her, and that is how I confirmed this whole, you know what I mean? Like I do my research. I'd like to know who this person on the scene was as well. He's wearing long sleeves.
I agree.
Okay, so there's that person again, a ride along. This person is very worrisome to me. This person is bad news, and I'm getting a bad feeling. So let's go back. I told you I would find the picture of Hunter. Okay. Look to your left. Take a good look at that. Does that look like number 8 to you? A little bit of morphing in those photos, right? A little bit of morphing in those photos, but I caught it.
Yeah, these two look like
That's
they
him.
could be the same
That's him. That's Hunter.
because of the
That
high
is Hunter
cheekbones
Johnson,
and
right next to
the nose.
standing right next to her.
Yeah, that could be the same one. Just these two with the high cheekbones, the jaw, and the nose. The hair looks a little longer in this picture than it does here, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm still curious as to who this guy is, and I really want to know who this guy is.
Please let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.
And I thank you for that, Michelle, so very much.
Oh, and let me just put up uno más, por favor. Before I forget. Where is it? Okay. You got it. You got to make sure you're following the protocol.
Well, Hash, I'm trying to look
You
at
gotta follow it.
everybody at
You
this
gotta
point.
follow the
Like we
protocol
said,
so
we're gonna
people
go.
don't
We're
break
going
the
back
box
and breaking it down and
look.
seeing every person
Okay.
who.
So
It's not necessarily.
Because y'all need to see.
It's not necessarily. It's not necessarily that I'm looking at them as being the killer, but I'm looking at them as to who they are and how they're affiliated with anybody involved in this is what I'm trying to find, Hash. That's what it is. So.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Now.
stop. You said stop it. Okay. Sorry. No worries. Good video, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you very much. Other soccer team colors, at least any in this. Okay, so I look for someone who can also be used at night previously who is sober and good at covering their tracks. Right. I agree. Thank you, Heather, for that. Echo, that was my first thought. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Good memory, Annie. I remember that. The ride along gay had a hard southern twang. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Thank you, Annie. I remember that too. In the audio, also concerned about if MPD homes from out of state and what the protocol is for that. Very good point. Welcome, a one maiden nut. Thank you for joining us today. It's good to have you here. Good to see you. I appreciate you very much. All of you. I appreciate everybody that has just recently jumped in here. I appreciate you guys more than I can explain. Yes, we do, Red. 100% we do. And we are doing it for a reason. Dago mixing that one guy looks like Paul Ansel. Yeah, he does. He does. He does. I agree. Now, Gina Marie, anybody that's just come in, if I haven't spoken to you, I'm sorry. But thank you so much for being here and welcome. It's so great to have you all here. And again, awesome video, Michelle. I appreciate that so very much. Now, here's what I want to do real quick. Okay, since we've seen these, I have an idea and a thought. This guy here, again, is bothering me. Something about him. I want to know who he knows, who he's affiliated with. That's the thing. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Stevie Irwin, good to see you. So give me a moment. I'm going to pull something up for you guys. They are pudding. They really are. By the way, guys, I have a tendency, some of you guys' names, I love each and everybody's name. They're awesome. Some of them are long. So if I abbreviate your name, please don't take it personal. I'm just trying to say it faster. That's all. Okay, now, this is what I wanted to show you guys here real quick. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Come on, computer. Do what you're supposed to do. Here we go. It definitely looked like Paul Ansel. There's no lie with that one. That way you guys hear exactly what's said. All right, now let me know if the audio is okay with you guys. Let's pay attention to this.
So everyone here's trespassing?
Hold on, I gotta go bring it back to the beginning again.
Here for a noise complaint, come to the damn door. Finally! So everyone here's trespassing?
Well, no one's here trespassing, but no one. no one's here to trespass you, but no one knows what's here or not.
So where they go?
There's not, I have no clue about it. No clue.
So you guys just don't party in their house.
All right, so we have this guy and these two, okay? Like I said, we're looking at everybody and anybody.
They were here at one point. They're not here right now. I just searched all the
They left and went over to some other party, and everyone is
I just searched all the another party.
So this looks like the same kid that we just looked at in that one picture, by the way, Michelle, that you sent me in the video.
Okay. Who does live here? What are their names?
I am actually not sure. I live across the street. I just came over. I haven't been dropped.
Male, female?
I think it's mainly females. I think it's like 4.
What sorority are they affiliated with?
I don't know.
I don't
Yeah, you
know
do.
if I don't know if they're associated with the. I don't know.
I guarantee you they're associated with the sorority.
Who's the guy that's talking? That's what I want to know. All right, Sammy. Thank you for joining us, hon, and I hope she gets better. I appreciate you. You as well. Please do. Nice sound. Hell to the par 4 and more. Thank you, supplier of the booty. Okay, then. All right. All right, guys. Whatever comments you got, here we are.
Many of them are living here. It's an off-campus sorority house. I've been a cop for 22 years here. I'm not stupid. Don't play dumb games with me. I'd rather deal with this as a noise complaint than getting a hold of the Greek council and the Greek board and all of that and the students and playing all these stupid fucking games. All I want to do is deal with the noise complaint. Because I guarantee you there's a lot of underage drinking because they left their alcohol behind.
Do you want us to try and get a name or a phone number?
Please,
and
if you could.
call someone?
We just need to talk to somebody who lives here, because otherwise I have to be under the assumption you guys are unlawfully entered because no one who lives here is here.
Okay.
Right?
We'll go.
So I need to verify that there was a party here. Now everyone left, so thank you. Thanks, guys. I understand. I just letting you know this is how it's going to play out. I'm not going anywhere until I talk to somebody who actually lives
Just
here.
know that it's just for us. That way we can get some sort of communication between us and them.
No one knows you're here now.
No,
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I do. And
Thank you.
This is one of the owners of this here.
Okay.
And here's my thing with these. Those guys at the door, and I'm not trying to pick, yes, Willow. I'm not trying to like pick this apart and stick up for anybody in particular, but those guys did not come out being, the two younger guys did not come out being dicks. And the cop is kind of being that way. I want to know who the guy that was talking is. The one to the right is not speaking, but Ellie probably uses an ICMI catcher, so has access to everything. It's a good point, Jorm. I'm sending the screenshot of this man talking to Hunter. That's Blaker. Okay, then I know who that is. I know exactly who that is. And talking. Payne is in the background. Trainee talking to Payne. Right. Okay.
Hi, this is Officer Wilson, Austin Police Department. Who am I speaking with? Maddie, 1 second, let me turn the volume up on this phone here. All right, can you hear me, Maddie?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Do you live at 1122 Queen Street?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, hey, the reason that we're here is that we received a noise complaint of loud music, partying. Okay. Once we approached the house, people started running away. They left a bunch of alcohol behind. We're not even coming for alcohol. We're coming for the noise complaint. And then we sat here for approximately 10 minutes trying to knock on the door. No one would come to the door until these two gentlemen came down and actually entered the door. So,
Gotcha.
Sorry, guys. Like I said, I had notes on this. I've already done this twice, but we're doing it a different way this time. So I'm retaking notes. Does anybody know who the ride-along, by the way, what the ride-along name was? Are there subs? Volume is low. I lost in Casa. I can turn it up for the next one. Audio amplitude coefficient is 0.0. Okay. Okay. Very comfy in the house. Got you. All right. Backing up. 1 second here. Let me load this up here real fast, guys. Be right with you. Excuse me for 30 seconds. I need to use the restroom. Be right back. Okay, so 1 second. There were multiple calls with body cam footage, okay, to this address, and that's what I was kind of trying to link up, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. That was what I wanted to know too, Annie. Was the ride-along's name? I never could find that. Okay. I don't know if that's kept quiet for a reason or, whatever you want to call it. All right, let me see. 1 second. Here we go. Let's try this part of it again, see if I can get a different angle, or a different aspect from a different cam. This cop with Emma and at the house on King, I believe, is also the one that talks to Maddie. He is my suspect, as well as the man Young hop on bamboo. Okay, so that would be Blaker, is who you're talking about, Michelle? The one that was talking to, thank you, Heather, talking to Maddie. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Sorry, guys. Make sure you guys can hear it. If you can't hear it, and we're good. Okay, there's no audio for this at this moment. Derek, good to see you, brother. Willow, good to see you. There is video on cam of Payne talking to Right Along Guy. He says,
How are you? We're not. I don't know. No, I don't.
You guys haven't been drinking or anything, right?
No.
Okay, drive careful, okay?
Thank you.
Did they?
I can go get them.
These? This is what the other group had.
sorry, I was muted again. Anyway. All right, so I've never seen a few of these cops. Okay, I know, I got it, Heather. Thank you, hon. Thank you very much. I always forget to do that because I don't want you guys to get the echo. That's why I keep muting myself. So this guy right here, is this Officer Payne? That's my question. Yeah, good point, Annie. Okay, Pudding. I'll be here waiting. Kelly, good to see you. What are we talking about? It's in the news today. Thank you for the info, and I will look into it. Okay, Hunter Johnson is on the left. No Pain is still behind the cars. Okay, thank you, Willow. All right, moving on. All right, so then who is this guy right here then? Do we know who this is? That's Blaker. Okay, thank you. See, that's one thing I never did know was who these guys were by face, okay? So, because I never paid attention to it, but that's why we went back and we're doing this now. At everything, we're going to be checking every detail on this, guys, because it's going to pay off. I promise you. I think it is.
Awesome. That's truly to the win. Moscow 157.
This guy right here is the ride along, correct? So we have Blaker, Payne's back here, whoever this guy is, and this is the ride along. Got you. No problem, Pudding.
Got 1122 Queen Road. Yes. That's hilarious. Like as soon as they notice the cops, everyone does the same thing. They're like, they just like blend into the darkness.
Something I want to point out. Annie made a very good point here a few minutes ago. Okay. We're hearing this on body cam inside the house, and it sounds like people are fighting, wrestling, yelling, whatever they're doing, they're partying. Okay. There's no way, because that house, because there's no carpet in it and the drywall's so thin, it echoes, folks. The sound does this. It goes out. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Those two heard everything that happened in that house that night, guys. I promise you.
It's a normal day. This is regular day. It's been a long time doing this since students are here. Yeah. I saw that. Yep.
We're only here for a noise complaint. Come to the damn door.
It's like frustrating. Like, we'll figure out who lives here eventually.
I know you guys can hear it. Red's saying it. Cindy's saying it. You guys can hear it clear. And you can hear clearly what they're saying, which is why I know that ring cam picked that up. So therefore, that being said, for the last time, I guarantee you Dylan and Bethany heard word for word, sound for sound what went on that night. Every bit of it, guys. It pisses me off. I'm sorry, but it does.
Yeah. Let me go around back. I'll be on the cover. Yeah. Oh, hey. So if they just don't come to the door? What's that? What if they don't come to the door? I mean, it's fine. There's the issue.
Come to the damn door.
It's frustrating. You're like, we'll figure out who lives here eventually. Yeah. Let me go around back. I'll be on the cover. Yeah. Oh, hey. So if they just don't come to the door? What's that? What if they don't come to the door? I mean, it's fine. There's the issue. Probably, but they're all mostly students, so the campus officers can figure out who lives here. And then, honestly, it's a lot worse for them. They don't come to the door pretty frequently. Like,
campus will, if students get in trouble, they will
Good golly,
if they
Miss
get in trouble
Molly's
with
in the
campus.
house.
It's
Good
actually
to
honestly
see you,
for
darling. Thanks for
minor
joining
stuff.
us.
Campus will handle them, like suspend them or kick them out altogether, or lose all your financial aid. Like it's pretty serious stuff. They've had several kids. Honestly, it's a lot worse for them when it comes to the door. Pretty frequently. Like campus will, if students get in trouble, they will if they get in trouble, the campus, it's actually honestly for like minor stuff, campus will handle them, like suspend them or kick them out altogether, or lose all your financial aid. Like it's pretty serious stuff. They've had several kids like get super hammered and fall off balconies over the years and stuff and die, so they take it pretty serious. Children. Come to the door, guys. Send whoever lives here down to the door. We're not leaving. And we can also see you.
Exactly, Emma.
Abandoned property. Moscow 157. Do we have any recent involvements at 1122 Queen?
No one's here. No one's here. No one's here. So everyone here's trespassing? Well, no one's here is trespassing, but no one else is here. So where'd they go? They're just not here. I have no clue. No clue. So you guys just throwing a party in their house at this time? They're not here right now. I just searched all the rooms. They left and went over to some other party, and everyone in the house. I just searched all the rooms. Who does? Where are they? I am actually not sure. I live across the street. I just came over. I've been thinking about male, female. I think it's male.
That's one.
I don't know if they're. I don't. So I guarantee they're associated with this school. Many of them are living here on campus sorority house. I've been about for 22 years here. Like I'm games with me. I'd rather deal with this as a noise complaint. Greek council, Greek board, all of that.
Yeah, almost all college students.
People up on the hill probably didn't know most of them.
Yeah. And this is kind of like a fishbowl in here, so if we get party that echoes crazy.
You guys are unlawfully entered. No one lives here. Is here. Okay, right? We'll go get a verify that there was a party here. We'll go get a phone number. We'll be right back. Sorry, we're not trying to make your life. I understand. I just letting you know this is how it's going to play out. I'm not going anywhere until I talk to someone. We're not trying to make party. Just no one's going to leave the door open for us. That way we can get some sort of communication between us and them. No one lives here right now. No. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. And hey guys, really, we're just coming here for this. No, I get it. I apologize for no one coming to the door.
I bet that someone from this house went down here all of a sudden.
I think the bolted.
Oh, guaranteed. Yeah.
And they knew we were in the front door.
There was some coming up behind us, and I don't know where they went, but they looked like they were probably headed this direction. Yeah.
Yes, please just go call someone. Thank you. All right. Well, they told me they just went across the street, so that means they're Sigma Chi.
Yep, they're Sigma Chi. He pointed right at it.
Yes, he did. That was
Not intelligent, young man.
Yeah,
yeah, 100%. 100%.
Fucking idiot. If I have to, I'll just start around plates.
Yeah, I was seriously doing the same thing. Kick all the campus back. Have a nice day. Figure out who these people were.
A big ass party with underage drinkers, and they all left and wouldn't come to the door, so they're uncooperative.
Yep.
Here are the names of the people who were there. The people who were there.
You can play stupid games if you want to.
There's a party somewhere.
Yeah, their music is real quiet.
So fast.
Yeah.
Real fast.
Sigma Chi is the only one that I hear.
Yep.
They said they're going to another party. I wonder if there's another Greek party somewhere.
Probably. Because they were taking alcohol.
Yeah, they're going somewhere.
Hey, they abandoned it.
Yep.
So guess what?
Start dumping alcohol.
They abandoned property. I like it when they abandon their shit.
Yep. There's more in there. Exactly. Oh. Street use. White Claws?
White Claws.
Nice. I hate when I leave my White Claws. Oh, they're cold too. Man.
Yeah, these are cold.
Whew. Oh, God. An open one. Hello.
You do that? Learned that from a college kid.
Yep.
Have a great day, Pink. Thank you so very much for being here.
Okay. I just dropped the walk on the weekend. Maddie, 1 second. You can on this phone here.
By the way, Kim, if I didn't say it, welcome. It's good to see you and good to have you here.
The reason we're here is that we live music party.
No one should be a fan of White Claws, or truly.
And then we sat here for good on you. I wish I did actually. I did one. So right now, if I can, I would like to.
I remember what it's like.
And I'm guessing, and I wanted for an address also as well. Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. So,
I don't assume that's
How do you spell it, Maddie?
Loaded weapon right there. Twisted T. Whack. Remember that video? The dude smokes that guy.
I have no clue who this is.
I don't know. You can leave it there. I'm sure whoever's passing it will come grab it.
They're gonna be sad when they come find it.
Yeah. So you guys are Sigma guys? I'm a Sigma.
I was in the house on that.
Why?
Graduated. I will graduate the bachelor's. I'm still getting my master's right now.
Would you get masters?
All right, Madison.
I'd like
So here's the
cool.
deal. Okay.
Actually, got
They've already said that no one here lives
Really?
like
What's his
none
name?
of the occupants that live
The first
at
year.
that address are here right now.
He's only
His last
he's a
school.
Brandon
Oh,
Gilbert.
like,
he's actually
You
you
don't
won't
know
know
that noise needs
He
to
go through
needs to
restaurant?
come down. Okay. We just received a
No, don't take this the wrong way. I told him if he joined a fraternity, I was going to do something.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I see both sides of it.
I did it because I know his personality, and after a while, he would just
I
be pissed off
understand.
with everybody.
Okay. It's just,
So,
I mean, if I were you guys, I'd
No worries,
and
Cam.
make sure that whoever is
Like
party here is get down to.
No.
Okay. So at this point, we're going to okay. And again, if I have to come back later tonight, like I said, Iceman Express.
Actually, they're just here
Some citation given out. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay, you enjoy your evening, all right?
Take the train and try and make sure they actually enjoy the job before we invest a whole lot more time. Yeah, so we like to get them to this point, just to get them hired. It's a pretty substantial, they do a full background check, tons of interviews. We go to all their previous places of work. Like we send people to where they live. So just to get to where you're hired is a big deal. And then it's 4 phases, 4 weeks each. They get progressively more burden put on them to do the job on their own, basically. And so we have like a 50% washout rate. Believe it or not. Yeah. So
even if they were like from out of state, trying Cincinnati.
Yeah. Yep. Like we send people to Montana and Illinois and California.
Personally from the police department, or you reach out?
Our detective sergeant goes, talks to all their bosses, and pulls all their records. It's crazy because it's such a high liability. Like if you hire someone who's got a bad record, you don't find it. You're stuck with them. So yeah, it's a pretty significant process.
Are you ready for college?
No, I just drank in my apartment by myself. Wait for him to get up there anyway. Or we can stop, observe what's going on, see if there's any other activities we can be aware of. Grab back work.
Okay, so this is the ride along, and I would definitely love to get a better picture of who that is. For sure. Sorry, guys.
We're not going to come back. You think I'm going to leave? We're only here for a noise complaint. Come to the damn door.
White Claws? White Claws.
Okay. So at this point, we're going to leave. Okay. And again, if I have to come back later tonight, like I said, I just want to express that there's going to be some citations given out. Okay.
Okay, it's very clear. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. You enjoy your evening. All right.
You too.
Bye. All right, man. Here's your phone.
Thank you.
Hey, so, yep.
You already told her about noise?
Yep, already told her about noise. If we have to come back.
You guys can noise control her. Yeah, but I would probably strongly suggest that anyone else that's left here, they don't live here. Probably just be over.
Okay. Thank you guys.
If not, I'm going to come back.
We weren't lying, guys. Like, no one lives here that. We were just.
Yeah, they were here. They went to a party. This can be the first party I've ever gone to. Yeah, they just let people stay. Why they did that, I don't know. It happens where I live.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But, yeah, we'll go let them know. And,
Yeah. Now, I'm pretty noisy.
What's your date of birth, Madison?
Maybe.
And how do you? And again, if I have to come back to this tonight, like I said, I just want to express that there's going to be some citations given out. Okay.
Okay, very clear. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, you enjoy your evening. All right.
You too.
Bye. All right, man. Here's your phone.
Thank you.
Hey, so, yep.
I don't know if they are or not.
Yep. Already told about noise. If we have to come back.
You guys noise control her. Yeah, but I would probably strongly suggest that.
I had issues with David Loach as well, Dad.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
If not, I'm going to come back.
We weren't lying, guys. Like, no one lives here that. We were just.
Yeah, they were here. They went to a party. This would be the first party I've gone to with people who live here. Yeah, they just let people stay. Why they did that, I don't know. It happens where I live.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But, yeah, we'll go let them know. And,
Yeah.
Make sure.
Just let them know I'm not going to stand out here and wait for them to come out and give them MIPs or anything like that.
I appreciate it.
Tell them not to leave the alcohol.
Yeah.
That's the first way you're going to get us. Don't do stupid shit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure it's not the first time you've heard somebody say, don't do stupid shit, and the cop won't touch you.
Yeah.
Be smart. Don't be stupid. Don't touch yourself. Right?
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Oh, we're going to try it. I appreciate you guys going above and
Yeah.
beyond for us and helping us out a little bit.
I'm sorry for the issues in the first place. So.
Hey, it is what it is, man. I'm used to it. All right. You guys have a good one.
Man, it smells like Truly. It's kind of delicious. Trulies are awesome, man. I can drink like 12 of those things and not wake up hungover. It's awesome.
All right. Thanks, guys.
That's a good point, Hash. And I absolutely agree with you, Emma, that there was nothing. It doesn't, the whole thing doesn't make sense with what happened with Kopaka. I'll be honest with you. Okay.
Stop and watch. I'm going to wait for him to get up here anyway. So this is where we can stop, observe what's going on, see if there's any other activity we need to be aware of.
This whole thing was creepy to me here, the way he did that. We can just stay and watch it. Wait for him. We'll just stand here and watch them.
How goes it?
Oh, hi, how are you?
Who lives here?
We're not actually.
You don't know who lives here?
No,
We're just here for a noise complaint.
Oh, okay.
The other ones work because they ran like crazy. Get on the damn door. Oh. Look at that. That property. Who's the owner or lives here? Who's here?
I can go get them real quick.
Please, please.
And again, for those of you that didn't know, that is not Bethany Funk. Let's go back a little bit and see if we can hear that. Hold on.
You need to be aware of. How goes it?
Hey, how are you?
Who lives here?
We're not actually.
You don't know who lives here?
No, I
We're just here for a noise complaint.
Oh, okay.
The other ones work because they ran like crazy. Beat on the damn door. Look at that. Damn property. Who's the owner or lives here? Who's here?
I can go get them real quick.
Please, please. True lease? This is what the other group had that ran away. Yeah. Yeah, those ones kept walking to the car and the other one around the back corner. So, abandoned property. There's a lot of fucking alcohol in there.
Right, Cindy.
A lot. I want to know what sorority lives here.
See, that seems kind of out of place for me too. That comment.
Yeah.
Right here.
Know who lives here?
No, I
We're
don't.
just here for a noise complaint. So, abandoned property. There's a lot of fucking alcohol in there. A lot. I want to know what sorority lives here.
That right there. I want to know what sorority lives here. Why? Why does that even matter? That's just weird to me. I'm sorry. No, Kim, I didn't. Sorry. I don't know. That weirds me out for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Very good point, Annie. Very good point. That should have happened a long time ago.
Well, that's all over there. Just everyone fucking ran away? They're not going to come back? Do you think I'm going to leave?
Guys got great mouths on them, don't they?
We're only here for a noise complaint. Come to the damn door.
Yeah, I remember that.
Teach you how to knock.
Search. Just ring the doorbell.
All right.
Yeah, I did hear that as well, Emma.
Hey, bud. We're just here for a noise complaint. Can you tell whoever lives here to come talk to us?
Sorry, I did not hear you. Sorry, say that again.
We're just here for a noise complaint. Whoever lives here needs to come talk to us, or we're going to start doing a lot more than just deal with noise.
Go tell them.
Yeah, just tell them to come to the front door. We'll deal with the noise complaint, and we'll leave. Yep. Thank you. Stupid fucking idiots.
Come to the door, guys. Send whoever lives here down the door. Not leaving.
Yeah, for the most part. They're scared. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it does seem like these cops do not like these kids at all. They just instantly walk up with an attitude, or at least that one does. You know what I mean? Of course they are, you know?
I think someone's coming down now.
Right.
You've got, I think, several people coming down. Finally!
You don't hear that.
So everyone here is trespassing?
Well, no one's here that's trespassing, but no one that lives here is here right now.
So where'd they go?
They're just not here. I have no
Okay,
idea.
so we're back to this
Yeah,
one
just start
again.
partying
At this
in
part,
your
we've
house.
seen this.
That's
I'm not
fine.
going to keep making you guys watch this over and over again. Again, now, let's get out of here and move along. Cindy Two Twisted. So we got voices, we got names. We know who cops are. One moment. And then we have this other scenario here that I had. Wait a second here. I had to start digging out all the stuff I had downloaded and saved. Okay, hold on. All right, this is the other one with Xana. I don't know if you guys saw all of these. I'm sure you probably did. Right.
Turn the music down. Turn the music down. Hey guys, second time. I need somebody to come to the door. Music stays off. Party's over.
Thank you, Heather. Very much appreciated, dear.
Megan, I have her information. I have her cell phone number too. Okay.
Didn't even know her name. Called her Megan.
Hello, miss. What's your name?
Xana.
Xana, do you live here?
Yes.
Hey, did Megan talk to you earlier?
No.
Okay, does Megan live here?
Megan, I do not have a Megan.
Megan Mogan?
Maddie Mogan, yes.
Madison Mogan?
Yes, Megan. Okay, she does live here.
Sorry, she is at the club. She's 21. I'm just going to bed. I have a couple friends over, but this is my
Have you
ID.
talked to Maddie tonight?
Yes, I have. She's at the corner club.
Okay. Did she tell you anything about anything that happened earlier or anything like that?
Honestly, not really.
Right, party.
I've just been here the past hour.
Okay.
Just trying to go to bed.
Can I grab your ID?
Yeah, I'm not 21. My roommates are 21. I just need to go to bed.
We're not here to talk about the alcohol stuff, okay?
Okay, yeah.
But this is the second noise complaint we've had here tonight within 2 hours.
I'm sorry
Okay.
about that.
So this time it was the blonde gal and the guy on the back porch playing music, okay? So
I sincerely apologize about
Okay.
that. I'm just going to bed.
Okay. So just so you understand, you could be getting a misdemeanor citation for this, which means you have to go in front of a judge and explain why you couldn't keep the people in your house quiet. Okay? We've already talked to Maddie once and told her the same thing. Okay? The only reason she's not getting a ticket is because she's not standing in front of me. But I'm telling you right now, if we have to come back, you're getting a ticket.
Okay, so
You
I'm
have to
fine
go
right
see a
now.
judge.
I'm fine right now.
You're not getting a ticket
I'm
right now.
just trying to go to bed right now. I mean, I understand you guys. You're coming here. I'm just going.
Okay. Well, understand that you're responsible for the residents. So whoever else is here, if they have a safe way to get home, you need to take them out. Or tell them to come inside and be quiet. Because the houses that are on the hill all the way around here, we can hear you from clear down the road when we're coming up here. We can hear the music. And that's
I'm so sorry.
we're past the point of having a polite conversation, okay? This is neighbors being kept up. Okay.
It's just like
Is the blonde gal and the guy up there?
Yeah, I know, Cindy. I agree.
I'm sorry. What?
The blonde gal and the guy that's upstairs, are they roommates too?
None of my roommates are home. I'm
Oh, okay.
the only one home. They're all my friends.
Okay.
So do you understand 100%
I understand.
what's going to
I'm just
happen?
going to tell everyone get the sorry.
Okay, fine.
Or figure it out.
And I'm not saying that you got to tell everybody they have to leave, but I'm telling you, any outside music, any loud yelling needs to be done.
Okay.
Because we're not, next time you're getting a ticket.
Okay.
Okay. And if you get a misdemeanor citation, the university is not going to take kindly to it.
Yeah.
So not only do you have to go see a
completely
judge,
understand that. I've never had to deal with this
Yep.
ever.
and we don't want to start now. I don't ever remember having to come here. So I understand you guys are having to get together, but people have a way of
Yes.
taking the invitation and using it as an excuse to get out of control and be loud.
Taking advantage. Yes,
Exactly.
I understand.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I just hope for your sake that your friends don't put you in a position where you get the citation and you have to go to court to defend yourself
Yes.
from your friend's behavior. Make sense?
Okay. Thank you so
Okay. You
much.
want to get a good phone number for her?
And just remember, the Dean of Students Office probably will be contacting you about this as well, about student code of conduct issues.
Yes, I have it. What's the telephone number for you?
Of
Here's your
course.
ID back.
Thank you so much.
Any questions?
No questions.
Okay. Make sure your friends don't put you in a bad position. Tell them it's time to be done.
I'll go.
Okay.
There's like no one in there.
Yeah. It was the two that were around the back. We had to holler at them to turn the music down. So,
Thank
alrighty.
you guys. I'm so sorry.
Nope, that's all right. You take care. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, these cops. All right, guys. Sorry about that. These cops are. I've had issues with these cops since the first time I saw the first body cam video. They're just for no outright reason. I mean, these kids have been cooperative in everything we've seen, and they're still just being, dicks per se. I mean, I don't know if they need to be that way to kind of enforce their authority. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't know if it needs to be that serious though. Okay. I don't know, guys. All right. Where's it at? Here's another one. This is one with Maddie, guys. I want you to see. Well, you guys will see what I'm probably going to want you to see. All right. Shoot. I did it again. Hold on. Well, they're here's the thing, Party of Five. They're claiming themselves as Moscow PD, okay? They don't really act like cops, though. The way they talk and act, and they're, you know what I mean? Just saying. It seems kind of off. Right, Laura. Exactly. They did say, we heard you right at the road. There you go. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you guys. Those two girls heard everything that happened that night. I will not let that go. I don't care what anybody says to me at this point. At this point, I do not care.
This is one of 4 victims stabbed to death in Moscow, Idaho. 3 months before she was murdered, police spoke to Kaylee at her off-campus residence where there was a party going on. We have the body cam video.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Is this your place?
Yeah.
Perfect. You know over here.
I assume noise.
Noise, yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight, we examine whether there are...
Who's that guy, folks? Because that's not Jack Decor. Who is that guy? Look at his face. Where's that? Hold on, let me bring it back. Exactly. Why would he be coming out with Kaylee? That's just weird to me. I'm sorry. But
coast to coast do. And there is no finger to point back at them. They did nothing wrong. They didn't encourage this. They didn't take part in any sort of conduct or behavior that would make them the likely victims or a more likely victim of a violent crime. It just didn't happen.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Is this your place?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I just don't get it. That's what I'm saying, Chief. Something's weird with some of these. That's why I'm doing this. I'm telling you. I'm looking at things that we looked at before, but we didn't see. We looked at all this stuff before, but we didn't see this, okay? And you know what I'm saying by that? We didn't see this. We didn't pay attention to this to see it, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, this is weird to me. I'm sorry. I know, Sylvia. This is what I'm saying. This is what's off to me. That's why I'm doing this piece by piece by piece. Hunter J, get me in the ring with that little... Yes, Michelle does not care for Hunter. Right. Like, he came out. Why did he have to come out with her? That's not his house. He doesn't live there. It's weird, guys. It's weird. Anyway, moving on.
You want to hear?
I assume noise.
Noise, yeah.
Yeah.
Big speaker right there.
Yeah.
Nothing against having a party. Once neighbors start calling in, then we have an issue.
Fair.
You go to school?
Yeah.
Okay. What year?
Senior.
Senior. Okay. So I'll tell you the same thing I told them. You probably know the drill, right?
Actually, no.
Oh, okay. So usually, at least for me, I'll give you a verbal warning.
Okay.
Once I have neighbors calling in, your music's too loud. You're disturbing the peace.
Yeah.
Nothing against having parties. Nothing against having people over who are overage to drink.
Mhm.
But again, once we start disturbing the neighbors, then we've got an issue.
Yeah.
Noise ticket is up to 300.
Yeah, somewhere around 300.
Okay, it's a pretty expensive ticket. I don't want to give that to you.
Yeah.
That being said, this is your place, so I'm going to hold you responsible. Because it is your place, you're also responsible for everybody here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to grab your info.
Yeah.
And if I do have to come back here, a $300 some ticket's coming your way.
Okay.
And it only gets more expensive from there. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair. Absolutely.
Sounds good. I'd much rather you spend that $300 on beer or something fun than
Yeah.
a noise
Yeah.
ticket, right?
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. That being said, warnings. Don't do it again.
Yep.
I'd hate to come back in a few hours and then have to issue that. So,
Yeah.
any questions for me?
No.
All right. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
That's a good point. Good to see you, Jules, by the way, but that is a good point, Jules. I can agree with that. And she was absolutely beautiful. I don't know.
Interesting, right? And you get to see the way Kaylee was, and she's very mature. I mean, college kid, but like very responsible. Almost looks like she's dressed for a job interview. Very fascinating to see, and the descriptions we've heard kind of fit what we saw in that moment where police are knocking at your door. A lot of composure. All right, let's bring in Court TV legal correspondent Chanley Painter joining us live tonight outside of that house in Moscow, Idaho. Chanley, great to see you tonight. So there's more to that video. There's a couple different perspectives.
Same here, Cindy. Same here.
Yeah, this is a very revealing video to give viewers a perspective of this King Road neighborhood, as it's referred to in that probable cause affidavit. And there's several things that are sticking out to me. First, just seeing Kaylee, how chilling that is months before her brutal murder in the home behind me. But another thing that sticks out, and we've shown you this on your show before, Vinny, is that there's no fence around this property. You can see how easily the police were able to walk from the road all the way back to the front of the house, to the back of the house, and access.
I don't think she's ever personally dealt with them before, Stacy.
Door freely and knock on that door. In fact, all the way around the property, except for the private property that has its own private fence there, you can access this home. And we've shown you the perspective from the parking lot where the apartment building is above the backyard of this home. That is accessible. That's where authorities spend a lot of time searching when this has been roped off. But here's more of that perspective from the body cam video. Also, what stands out in this body cam video is it starts actually about 50 yards down the road to my left, where I'm standing currently at, again, off-campus student homes or really close to Frat Road. This is an area, neighborhood that is known for the parties, not just at the house behind me, but on the street. So originally, it's the officer stopped down the road and talked to young men about.
Here's another group of them all hanging out. Up on the roof, hanging out in the back. These young kid mustaches crack me up, by the way. I just have to give you the heads up. They do. They crack me up. But anyway, I've heard that too. Messenger. I definitely have.
The noise complaint, he also gives them a warning as well. And what our neighbors are telling us in this corner area of King Street, it's also where Kaylee's ex-boyfriend at the time, Jack DeCour, resided, really close to this home. And so they're at the first stop for the authorities, and they walk down a very short distance. You can watch this on this body cam video and walk a very short distance to where we are here at this home. And again, this video taken August 16th. The full semester started at the University of Idaho August 22nd. So this is normal, like you said, leading up to the semester starting here on campus and what it would look like.
We're watching that walk now. So this is the walk from Kaylee's boyfriend's house to their house, right? So this is walking the streets of the neighborhood, and it's so close. And I think the significance there, right, is just before the murder, that's who they're communicating with. Kaylee and Maddie are both texting Jack, who is Kaylee's boyfriend, again, which was the site of this other party where police went to that day.
Exactly. So again, I'm estimating less than 50 yards from this home would be the home. It's a dead-end area, kind of maybe a cul-de-sac. With multi-unit resident homes, much like the one behind me where the crime happened, where students lived, and neighbors telling us, yes, the ex-Jack DeCour so close by where Kaylee was, and she and Maddie were texting him up until 2:52 a.m. Before they were brutally murdered in this home. Very chilling information.
And again, walking that neighborhood and seeing all the people that are there, to commit a murder in that neighborhood, I think it would take, you'd really have to kind of case the place out to see what the normal movements and when people go to sleep, because with that many college students on a weekend night in such close proximity to one another, and a lot of them know each other. So was the accused killer near the house in that same month of the body cam footage that we just saw, which is August?
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, how heavily traversed this neighborhood is, Vinny, as I'm sitting here, there's foot traffic, car traffic, school starts tomorrow. So this is the same type of scene as they would have seen in August with another semester beginning. It is busy around here. And yes, according to that probable cause affidavit, allegedly Brian Koberger's cell phone is pinging him in the cell towers here for 1122 King Road 12 prior times to the murder. It says all of these occasions, except for one, occurred in the late evenings and early morning hours.
Yes, I did get it. Don't dive.
And
I
one of those
absolutely
occasions,
did. Thank
August
you.
21st, 2022, his number
Pull that
utilized
up here.
cellular
See if this is
resources
done.
providing coverage to the King Road residents here from approximately 10:30 p.m., 10:34 to 11:35 p.m. At approximately 11:37 p.m.,
Right,
he is
Annie.
stopped by Latah County Sheriff's Deputy Corporal Duke. That's not far, in fact. So he spends about an hour here, according to this affidavit, his cell phone's pinging here. And not far, a couple minutes later, it only takes a couple minutes to get to Farm Road and the Pullman Highway. We went there today to get video of this, where he was pulled over by Latah County Sheriffs for a traffic violation, an infraction, specifically according to court records, not wearing a seatbelt. And again, it's after 11:30 p.m., according to this affidavit, where he would have been pulled over at this intersection. His cell phone also pings at that intersection. So they're able to not only match him with this vehicle that they've identified, pull him over, but also his cell phone's consistent with the movements of his vehicle that night, Vinny. And they won't release that actual
Yeah,
body
that
cam
was
they have of
crazy,
that August
I agree.
21st detainment, whatever you want to call it, where they did give him a ticket for not wearing his seatbelt. And again, that is August 21st. That body cam we just watched, August the 16th. School started August the 22nd.
It's all the kids, he knows all the students are back, and he's in that area for over an hour near the house. The intersection where he's pulled over, I saw the University of Idaho sign. That's the sign we've been seeing from the beginning, and where they put the flowers in front of. Also to the right, is that the field where the other body cam footage is from the night of the murders, or is this a different area?
It's a different area, Vinny. It takes about a couple of minutes because, again, it doesn't take long. He's here at 11:35 p.m., approximately 11:37, just a couple of minutes drive, and you drive through campus to reach this intersection where you see, because you can see the University of Idaho sign. It's the campus right there at that intersection where you pull onto that main highway. That Pullman Highway goes to Pullman. He was on his way home, allegedly, when he pulls off into that. But no, that's not the field. That's just another part of the campus. It looks pretty similar, consistent throughout there.
You know, putting the two pieces together now, so we know like all these big parties in that neighborhood, and then he's in the neighborhood that following week, like 5 days later. The question is, was he there beforehand? Do we know? We don't know yet if he was there when these parties are happening. If in fact it was if that's what drew him to the neighborhood, whether it was the houses and the parties or an individual. But let's get back to another individual. We talked a lot about Kaylee Gonzalez. I understand she has some sort of a connection that you found to Washington State University, which is the school where the accused killer went, which is, again, 10 to 15 minutes away from the University of Idaho campus.
Yeah, we did. In fact, when I was there yesterday, digging up some information, we stopped to grab a bite to eat at a place called The Coog. It's a very prime location, WSU campus, and it was packed full of students, bar and grill. It's actually a tradition, according to the website, since 1932. And what I can tell, there were at least two young women with banners celebrating their 21st birthday. So it's a place you go to celebrate your 21st birthday. And we found Kaylee's name on the wall. So you go into this, The Coog, and you sign the wall. And you leave your mark on the establishment. And Kaylee's name is on the wall there. She put Kaylee's 21, and she puts her sorority on there. There's rival school, again, it's WSU, not where she attended. And it's also well known that Kaylee's mother has put out a photo of Kaylee there at the bar, saying that's one of her most favorite photos of her daughter.
That's a good point, Tsunami.
She's at
Very well may
this
have.
bar at a rival school across state lines, and putting her name on the wall.
Well, I'm sorry about the echo.
She
Hold
had
on.
a connection there at the campus, and it goes to show how close these two schools are. It doesn't take long to drive from one campus to another, and maybe somehow, again, her birthday, June 8th, where she turned 21. Was she there on June the 8th at WSU campus, celebrating her birthday there at the Coug?
Wow. And do we know? And my recollection of the timeline of when the accused killer rolls into town from Pennsylvania, is it in June? Is it after June? Do we even know?
We don't know, obviously confirmed, but the affidavit, we do know, it states that they obtained his historical cellular data for his phone dating back to June, which makes me believe that that was the time he was here in the Washington, Idaho area, where they would want to track his history.
That was my point.
So
that was my point too, Amy. She didn't really have a job, so it was kind of interesting
into
that
his
she did
apartment,
that.
getting ready for graduate school, and maybe somehow ran into one of the victims, possibly Kaylee. We know now that she spent time there.
She spent time there, and when it's your 21st birthday, it's a big deal. Let everybody know you're signing up, so anyone's there going to notice you. Okay, Jennifer, in my
In Cohasset, Massachusetts, mother of three, Anna Walsh, has been missing since New Year's Day. Her husband, Brian, has been charged with misleading police, and now devastating evidence being revealed by prosecutors. Google searches about dismemberment and, quote,
Approximately 2:44 a.m. November 13th, the suspect vehicle was observed on WSU surveillance cameras traveling north on Southeast Nevada Street at Northeast Stadium Way. At 2:47 a.m., his phone is using the cellular resources that provide coverage southeast of his home, his apartment, consistent with his phone, leaving his residence and traveling south through the city of Pullman, Washington. At approximately 2:47 a.m., the phone stops, reporting to the network. It is off or in airplane mode at that time. At approximately 2:53 a.m., the suspect vehicle is observed traveling southeast on Nevada Street in Pullman, Washington, towards SR 270, which is the main road out of town, the direct road between Pullman, Washington, and here in Moscow, Idaho. So earlier today, we traced these steps, and I want to show you some of the visuals of what this would look like. Again, he's making this at 2:47 a.m. in the morning, so it's dark, but our video will show you Nevada Street. It's on the campus of Washington State University. It's a very short street. It is basically a side road where you would kind of turn in and turn around into a parking lot and back. But it's an intersection between Nevada Street and Stadium Way. Stadium Way is the main thoroughfare towards WSU. Earlier today, when we were retracing this with school starting, we were stuck in traffic a long time on Stadium Way. It is the main drag. But here's a look at that intersection where Nevada Street would be. Now, what stood out to me being here on location?
I was hoping it wasn't November 23rd because that's my birthday. Definitely not 94, though. I'm a lot older than that. But yeah, I'm glad to know it wasn't.
In dissecting these times that he's here, and that he's not only seen on surveillance video, that white SUV, the white sedan, suspect vehicle 1 as they're referred to in the affidavit, but also the cell phone that belongs to him, again, using the cellular resources in this area. And the time is telling to me, Vinny, because again, he's there at the WSU on this street, 2:44 a.m. It only took him a couple minutes to get there from his home. And then at 2:47 a.m., his phone goes dark. But at 2:53 a.m., he's still there on Nevada Street, Stadium.
I do believe that Hannah's birthday was November 14th, Chief. I absolutely do believe that.
Way. Seen finally leaving and turning onto that main highway. So for approximately 10 minutes almost, he's in this area. It's an area not far from where he went to school and taught at the criminology building, a couple blocks away from Nevada Street, Stadium Way. But the timing there, the fact that Nevada Street is a place that you would really pull in and park. There's a parking lot there. And as we sat there shooting this, I thought, okay, he has this time frame of almost 10 minutes. He turns off his phone, according to his affidavit. Is this the time that he said, okay, there's no going back. Here we go. I'm turning off my phone. Let's do this, Vinny. That's what really stood out to me as we started to dissect his movements.
And we got a shot of the camera there at the intersection. That's significant as well, and because it's capturing some of these images and can help put together the timeline. And that timeline, again, very peculiar, very telling that it's not like he's just turning off the phone and he's going. No, he's like, he's waiting a moment there and, perhaps gathering himself, getting up the nerve to commit mass murder. I don't know what goes through someone's mind like that, but very significant. Now, what does he do once he gets to Moscow that night?
So he turned off his phone, and this affidavit is very clear that there's this dark period where his phone is off, but he has been tracked moving toward Moscow, and then we'll later pick up after. But Again, he's in this white sedan. They've identified a suspect vehicle number 1, and they're able to pick up through their video canvases his movements once he is in the town here of Moscow, Idaho. In fact, the affidavit says that he's on Indian Hills Drive, like the 700 block of Indian Hills Drive in Moscow. This is the next time that he's seen, according to this affidavit. Well, we retraced those steps, Vinny, and I'm driving through this neighborhood. It's a residential area, and I kept thinking, why is he here? What is the point of being in this random neighborhood where homes are? And we're driving down Indian Hills Drive. Here's a map of it. You can see Indian Hills Drive in Moscow. See where that police department is? We have video of the view. I'm driving along Indian Hills Drive, and all of a sudden I see this. I can't really see what you're seeing, Vinny, but boom, there's the police station. It's a direct line of sight from this Indian Hills Drive, this neighborhood. It looks directly over the police station. And
did anybody have any possible ideas as to why he may have been in that neighborhood? Any theories, any thoughts, any opinions? Honestly.
And again, he said to be here at I believe it was 2:53. I have to look at the exact time. I have it right here. But he said to be there in the moments leading up to the murders. Yeah, there's the video. Okay, I see it now. There's the video.
That's amazing, Chanley. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, as clear as day, you can see the police station. And, you know, there's not a ton of officers in Moscow, but you can see who's on duty, what's going on, who's where. Are they out patrolling?
Yes.
Where are they? And boom, then he's kind of hanging out in a strange place.
Yes, it's a way to scope out maybe the police department without getting caught on their cameras, Vinny. It's an overlook. How many times was he here before?
Unbelievable. It didn't make sense. It's a strange route. And is he waiting for things to clear up? Is he waiting to see what's going on? Has he in the past perhaps taking a look at police and what their patterns are that time of night as well? Who knows? Maybe investigators do. Didn't need to put it in the affidavit, but they may have some of that information. Right. Fascinating stuff.
Exactly. And there's more.
More. Go ahead.
Vinny, so we've got more. So again, this is 3:26 a.m. He's placed there by probably Ring camera, home video camera in that sedan, Vinny. So as I'm making my way, retracing these steps, we can pull up the map again. There's a way that he's then seen on Steiner Drive, an intersection between Steiner, as you see there, and I-95, where he crosses over, and that's presumably the way he goes to the crime scene. Again, this is before the murders, 3:26, 3:28 a.m. He's picked up on these videos. At 3:29, just for reference, he's in the King Road neighborhood where the crime scene is on that map. But see where it says gas station? Remember when weeks ago we were covering and reporting that the gas station attendant on Troy Road was, it was late one night. She was going through surveillance video when police were searching for this white Honda Elantra, Vinny, and she came across what she thought was this white Honda Elantra passing through at times during or before the murder, at a time frame that would be before what we know now to be the time of the murder. Here's what that looks like today. We went to that gas station. This may explain why they were seeing that white Honda Elantra drive by, because if he's going, there's the screenshot. If he's going through, the Fox News reported the screenshot. If he's going through Indian Hills, he's scoping out the place, he circles back around. We inadvertently took this route today trying to get back to Steiner Drive, Benny, where you would go out, exit that neighborhood on Troy Road, past this gas station, and take a left onto Steiner, which leads you directly back to that crime scene.
Which is exactly what was described by the attendant, that the white Elantra turned back into a neighborhood. And at first we thought this was the escape route, but this is the approach route, not the escape route. This is what's taking place prior to the murders. Amazing what investigators have been able to put together here with the help of the public, obviously, through cell phone data and a lot of surveillance videos. It's starting to paint a much clearer picture. Is that all, Chanley?
All for now. We have much more coming up on your show tomorrow, though.
Absolutely. Chanley Painter in Moscow, Idaho tonight. Thank you so much. When we come back, folks, we're going to bring in our experts to do a little analysis of everything that Chanley is talking about, everything that we're taking in tonight. Don't go away. The life of Alec Murdaugh is bizarre. It is complicated. This great South Carolina attorney is charged with the murders of his own wife and son.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. That was in August. Okay, that's August 16th when Kaylee Gonsalves is speaking with police who are responding because of some noise complaints, some parties in that entire neighborhood, giving them a warning. So we also know, though, that the suspect, the defendant, the accused killer, was in that neighborhood in August as well. Specifically, we know for sure on August 21st, 5 days later, because he stopped by police after prosecutors say for an hour he is right in the vicinity
of the home where the murders took place. Let me bring in my experts, get some perspective on this. In Los Angeles, California, forensic psychiatrist, trial expert, witness, and columnist of Inside the Criminal Mind, Dr. Carol Lieberman. And in Salt Lake City, Utah, retired police commander, host of the Profiling Evil podcast, Mike King is with us. I presume you're in Utah, but you could be anywhere in the world because you're always traveling, Mike.
Yeah, I'm here.
You are?
I'm here
Good.
in Utah.
All right. From both of your perspectives, which are different in this case, what is the significance? What are you thinking about when you hear that there's these parties in the neighborhood, school's about to get going, and the suspect is hanging out in the neighborhood just before classes start, the night before classes start, for an hour right by the site of the murder? Dr. Lieberman.
Well, first of all, I think Shanley did an amazing job of sleuthing in terms of finding out where Kaylee spent her 21st birthday in that club near Washington State University, because that was in June, and June was when they started getting the pings from Brian's phone. Now, you know, I've said all along that he's an incel and that he was stalking them. The significance, though, is that Kaylee's father had been saying not only that she did have a stalker, that she told him she had a stalker, but that when he was arrested, when Brian was arrested, the father had this look of, you know, that he realized something. He was like, aha. And it was like he said, I see the link now. And since then, his lawyer has been coming out, and he too has been coming out saying, oh, no, there's no link. And Shanley just found the link, at least one of the links. And I think it's a significant link because of it being in June when the pings started.
Mike King, your thoughts about this activity taking place in the summertime?
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for us to realize what these predators will do in the fantasy stage and the preparatory stage. And I hate to pick on hunters, but you think about hunters who go out in the woods 2 or 3 weeks before the hunt so they can get a sense of where the game are going, what the habits are, where they're getting water. It's no different when we talk human predators, Vinny. These suspects, these criminals, go out and they try to understand the risks that they're facing. They try to understand, because bottom line is they want to be successful. And I'll tell you what, I think there was a lot of pre-planning going on.
All right, Mike King, Dr. Carol Lieberman, we're short on time tonight, but you know we will continue to cover this story and ask for your help. Thank you so much.
All right, folks. Thank you. American Princess, good to see you. Yeah, we absolutely can. No worries. No worries. I just was trying to show you guys a few different things. I'm sorry about that. Sorry. I don't want anybody to get bored by any means whatsoever. I just wanted you guys to see some things that weren't really broadcast like a whole lot, to kind of give some insight into some stuff that we hadn't seen, in my opinion. But so sorry about that. Joel says, I mentioned that in my last video, the one from yesterday, that part about finding a possible connection was the last thing the family let slip before going silent. Correct. That's a good point, Jules. Good point. Thanks for being here again, Jules. It's always good to have you here. It's great to have you here, as it is for all of you. Right. Now we're gonna look at some things. Like I said, we're gonna be bouncing around, round and round and round and round.
It's so heartbreaking.
But we're gonna be going back. All right, guys. This is kind of rough, but I want you guys to see this. I was gonna do this yesterday and I didn't get a chance to, so I'm gonna do it today. Well, thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that so very much. That was very sweet. I hope you guys do. I hope that you guys are getting things from this. And I hope that if there is anything that you guys dislike, you tell me, because I don't want that by any means, okay? I try to do the best I can for you guys because you guys all deserve it. So I thank you so very much for that, Catherine. So very much. Okay. This is kind of rough for me to watch. It actually makes me teary-eyed in some senses, but there's a reason why I want to watch this again. I've watched this 5 times now. There's things that I want people to listen to, and there's things I want you guys to look at as far as body language goes. Body language is very important in this. Just watch this.
hurt so bad that she was not able to recover. That is just terrible.
No, it's okay.
It's terrible. I cannot fathom in my head what kind of person did this and why. I can't sleep at night. I lay in bed pondering just millions of different scenarios and just, I want to know, but then there's stuff obviously you don't want to know, but I think I want to know it all, and I just don't understand why, how somebody takes somebody, four of them, it wasn't just my girl, just so savagely.
Is anyone acting differently since the murder? I mean, is there anyone that you have that you're feeling about, or that
Kind of how much really is, a sister or a father's intuition.
can you elaborate at all? I don't know. You don't have to give a name, but I mean, is it someone that she knew, or?
I have something to say about that. I just feel like there's been a couple individuals that were cleared very fast. That
means a lot to me. Just like what Olivia just said right before that. This whole part right here tells its own story, in my opinion. Yes, I think I did, Brandy. Thank you.
maybe he shouldn't have been. And yeah,
She had the strong alibi.
just really fast.
You can dismiss.
An hour later, and we're like, what? And I don't know. I don't know anything about those individuals. I just know. I just feel like there's been a couple individuals that were cleared very fast.
You don't have to give a name, but I mean, is it someone that she knew, or?
I have something to say about that. I just feel like there's been a couple individuals that were cleared.
You don't have to give a name, but I mean, is it someone that she knew, or?
And how much of it really is, a sister or a father's intuition. Much of that is just because we have so little information from law kind of, dig into this. And I don't know how much of that is relating around. I think it's hard, not to by any means, but
Comes to mind?
Yeah, I would say not.
One that you have a weird feeling about that the girls knew, or that comes to mind?
Yeah, I would say not in the immediate circle by any means, but a few of the names that have been circulating around.
Okay, now, not in the immediate circle. So the immediate circle, now you have to pay attention when this family talks, guys. Okay, I love these guys. I do. This whole family, I love each and every one of these people. They are amazing people, guys. I feel so bad for them. I would do anything to help these people out. This family is amazing. Steve, Olivia, I never could not stick with the mother's name. These people are great, but they do know what they're doing. All three of these people, they talk in cryptic ways, okay? And they have been trying to say things to the public from the moment they started talking. And I realized that a long time ago. And this needs to be looked at again now because of where we're at now. Because there have things that have been missed in this, guys. And I'm telling you, especially when Steve and Olivia talk, okay? That's why I once again, why we're doing this.
Any means, but a few of the names that have been circulating around, I think it's hard.
Okay, so again, she says not in a direct circle, but what is the direct circle? Okay, that's where we have issue at. In my opinion, the direct circle would be Kaylee and Maddie. We'll start with those two, okay? Because those two are best friends and have been way before this happened, okay? So Katie and Maddie is where you start with this circle, and then you have to branch out from each side to who was in that circle. And that's very hard to do, you guys, because there were so many people around this, okay? And that being said, there's some people in that house that are not in that direct circle, in my opinion. And I think that's what she's referring to. I'm not saying anything in particular. All I'm saying is there's a couple. the two roommates that are still alive, at least one of them is definitely not in that circle, in my opinion. Okay. So we have Kaylee and Maddie. And then at some point we had Jack Decor. And at some point we had, I'm going to venture to say Adam, since Adam is one of Jack's friends. So you have to keep branching out based on who's who that stays in that circle. Okay. That's what we need to try to find out, in a sense, is who else was in that circle. So at this point, all I have for me is Kaylee and Maddie, Jack, because she was Kaylee's most recent boyfriend, and Maddie's boyfriend. Okay. That's really it, folks. I know they had a couple other friends, and I'm going to venture to say that Xana was probably fairly close to those two, but maybe not as close as we all think they were. Okay. And I definitely do not think that Dylan was close at all. Dylan was in her own world, completely separate from them. Okay. They did not fit together at all. We're getting to that part too here in a minute, Michelle. So, and then again, guys, that's why I'm making sure I didn't miss anything in the chat. Oh, absolutely, Michelle. That's why I'm doing this. And we're going to continue doing it because I want to break this case down to the bare studs, tear out all the drywall, all the carpet, take down all the walls, the ceiling, everything, to where it's just bare studs, guys. And then I want to put it back together little by little by little by little and see what we can pull out of that and see what we can come up with that. That's all I'm saying. And I appreciate you guys all being here to do that with me, okay? It takes a village, folks. Not one person, not two, but a whole village to bring true justice to these families and to be the voice for the voiceless, which is what I feel that I'm doing, okay? Like I said, I love this family to death. If I could, I would do anything I could for them. I feel so bad for what they've gone through. So I try to listen to what they're actually saying when they talk, if that makes sense. Not to get too weird or corny, guys. I'm not trying to. So, moving on. Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to clarify all that with you guys.
Names that have been circulating around, I think it's hard not to kind of, dig into this. And I don't know how much of that is just because we have so little information from law enforcement and how much of it really is, a sister or a father's intuition.
Can you elaborate at all? I don't know. You don't have to give a name, but I mean, is it
Sister or a father's intuition? Not to kind of, dig into this. And I don't know how much of that is just because we have so little information from law enforcement and how much of it really is, a sister or a father's intuition.
Now, okay, one more time. I want you guys to hear that specific part of what she just said. That's a bad face. Sorry.
Not to kind of, dig into this. And I don't know how much of that is just because we have so little information from law enforcement and how much of it really is, a sister or a father's intuition.
Okay, so she's definitely referring to herself and her father. She did not put her mother in that, just herself and her father. A sister or a father's intuition. If you guys know what that means, you think about that for a minute, okay? Thank you, Bernice. Thank you, Cindy. 100%, Cindy. I agree with that 1,000 times. That does sound good, Amy. Thank you. Anyway, so what she's saying, in my opinion here, guys, is that her and her father believe, probably, in saying that they're using their intuition as a sister and a father to know what she knows. They did not include the mother at all, if you caught that. Not at all.
That is just because we have so little information from law enforcement and how much of it really is, a sister or a father's intuition.
There it is. Mom's not in that. Not that mom's not included in the family, but mom's not in what Olivia and Steve know. As far as Olivia believes, okay, guys? Now,
can you elaborate at all? I don't know. You don't have to give a name, but I mean, is it someone that she knew, or?
I have to answer about that.
Now, this is where mom wants to say, okay, I got something to say now, okay? I'm going to talk.
I just feel like there's been a couple individuals that were cleared very fast. That may not, maybe he shouldn't have been. And yeah.
She had a strong
Just
alibi.
really fast.
Now, when she said that, as soon as she said that, Steve reacts immediately, automatically knowing who she was talking about. Okay, it was a boom here, and then he comes up and says that.
Were cleared very fast. That may.
You don't have to give a name, but I mean, is it someone that she knew, or?
I have to answer about that. I just feel like there's been a couple individuals that were cleared very fast. That may not, maybe he shouldn't have been. And yeah.
All right, now I'm going to do something so that we can hear this part very clear, I think. Or clearer, per se. All right, here we go.
She had a strong alibi.
She had the strong alibi. People have twisted this and turned this so many times. Welcome, Heather. Good to see you. One more time.
That may not, maybe he shouldn't have been. And yeah.
She had a strong alibi.
She had the strong alibi. I still think he meant what he said by saying she had the strong alibi. And I still want to know who the hell she is. That's just me. And please, guys, throw your comments in here. If you have them, I want to see them. I want to hear them. Whatever it is. And that's what I'm saying, Michigal. Who is she and what alibi did she have? What is he talking about? Because Steve, just like Olivia, in many conversations that they've had, have talked in cryptic phrases, guys. So, one more time.
I just feel like there's been a couple individuals that were cleared very fast. That may not, maybe he shouldn't have been. And yeah.
She had a strong alibi.
Just really fast.
She had a strong alibi, just really fast. And they were within days, okay? Literally a day to 2 days, these people were cleared. And they helped with that to an extent, okay? But at the same time, they're having problems with it, in a sense. It's based on what they're saying. Thank you, Heather, for drawing the links. Yes, Heather. Thank you.
You can dismiss.
An hour later, and we're like, what? And
An hour later, they were cleared. An hour later, that's too quick. Too quick. I'm sorry. That doesn't make any sense to me. It still doesn't. Didn't then, doesn't now.
I don't know. I don't know anything about those individuals. I just know they were people that, definitely should have been looked at, and yeah.
I don't know what would prevent you from sharing somebody's alibi.
Now, please, somebody in here, explain to me why that became a problem and why it was not. Right. Exactly, Catherine. Had, not has. Had, not has. The verbiage in this is very important, guys. I learned that a long time ago. I slowed this bit. Listen, I watched this probably 5 or 6 times. I slowed it down. I sped it up. I did everything I could do to this to change it, to make it seem different and watch it each way. And you figure things out by doing that. I'm not, trying to be a weirdo. Not trying to be a nerd. I'm just telling you, it worked. It did. Jazzy and Jeffrey Cernudo the locks. Jazzy too. Carrie had lost her parental rights to Jazzy and Xana when they were really young. Oh, he was reiterating what the cops told him, that she had a strong alibi. Who is she, though? Who is she that had the alibi is what I want to know. And sharing an alibi is a problem when the alibi, where'd it go? When the alibi has a part in the crime. One maiden nut, correct. Thank you. Jules, are you still in here? Please tell me you're still in here. Please, 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 please. Where you are, where you is, where you are, where you at. Paging Miss Jules. Miss Jules. Please come to customer service. American Princess is it's Jazzy who has the alibi. I'm almost 100%. That's a good point, Michelle. Either she or share the strong alibi. No, it's clear to me, Bernice. It's clear him saying that she has a strong alibi. That doesn't make any sense. Just say it.
Yeah. I don't know what would prevent you from sharing somebody's alibi.
You know, an hour later, and we're like, what? And I don't know. I don't know anything about those individuals. I just know they were people that, you know, definitely should have been looked at. And yeah.
I don't know what would prevent you from sharing somebody's alibi.
Individuals that were cleared very fast. That may not. Maybe you should know. And yeah.
Share the strong alibi.
Just really fast.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he said share the strong alibi. But again, still, what alibi is he talking about, folks? That's really important. Maybe he did say share the strong alibi. This still doesn't make sense to me. Let me try one more time and see if that makes it even possible. This way, I don't want to drive you guys nuts with this, but this is important to me.
Were cleared very fast. That may not. Maybe you should know. And yeah.
Share the strong alibi.
Just really fast.
Okay, I'll give it that. Share the strong alibi. What is he talking about, guys? Share what strong alibi? From who and why? All right, so Michelle's saying Jazzy WSU crash, sorority girls, night of horror, the game bar, Jasmine Kernoodles, Anna's sister. Okay. Sleeping is not an alibi, but Bethany out of house is an alibi. I got you, JX. Liz, so SG knows something stinks. No, she had the strong alibi. I'm telling you, share. He said share this time. It sounds like it at least. Let me do it. He wouldn't say share had. He said she had. But it sounded like share the strong alibi too. When I slowed it down even slower. The roommates. Thank you, Bernice. The roommates had a strong alibi. Share it. What was that alibi? I want to know that alibi, so share it. Why haven't they shared the actual alibi? Because they haven't really given us an alibi that either one of those two girls have. Nobody has said anything about that. Am I wrong? There's nothing that's come out about Bethany, if that's who they're talking about. And on top of that, no, I know that, Red. I'm trying to put out the point that I'm trying to make by saying it like this. The cops wouldn't share the strong alibi with them other than it was a strong alibi. So if they're talking about the roommates, then okay. But to me, it seems, okay, let's put this together now. Okay. She said there were a couple people that were, hold on. There were a couple people that were cleared right away with, like right away. And then he starts talking about, share the strong alibi. So who do we know that was cleared like right away? Immediately, guys. Jack D, right? Jack D was the first person that was cleared, as far as I understand. I might be wrong. Yeah, I'm thinking that he's saying share that after what the mother said. I don't know why I can't remember her name. Paula, welcome. Good to see you. I didn't see you here. See, I don't think it's about the roommates. I think it's whoever they cleared, unless it was the roommates that were cleared immediately. Because that's who, what the hell is her name? Is her name Sylvia? No, it's not Sylvia. The mom's name. Anyway. People that came into the house that morning, maybe. Tsunami, maybe. And that's the other thing. Don't dive. That's what we need to know. Okay, so at that point, one more time. And then I promise I'll let it move on. I'm going to keep doing this to you guys.
Is it someone that she knew or?
Right, Red.
I have something to say about that. I just feel like there's been a couple individuals that were cleared very fast. That may not, maybe should not have been. And yeah.
Share the strong alibi.
Just really fast.
Okay. A couple individuals, there's two, that were cleared very quickly. And at that point, Kristen, thank you. Then he says, share the strong. I think he says, share the strong alibi. Okay. But you guys are saying that she had a strong alibi. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not going to tell you guys are wrong. I won't do that.
Yeah.
Share the strong alibi.
Maybe he just rolled the words together. She had the strong alibi. Well, there's the DoorDash driver too. Now that we know, there it is. Now that we know that the DoorDash driver is a she, bingo. Everybody was cleared super fast. I do agree he did not say she had. Share it wouldn't make sense if it were the roommates that he was talking about. That's my problem, Heather. The link is in the chat for who was it that just asked me that? Michelle. Okay, it's in the chat right there, Michelle. Nice name. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I like your name, by the way, that Joan of Arc. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's my moniker. I don't want to be on here too long at all. I just want to give my quick thought, and then I want you to get back to your show because your show's freaking awesome.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And this is something that I wanted to do. We watched this probably 3 or 4 times when I first covered this case, but we didn't really like break this down and see. Now that, good Lord, guys, hold on 1 second. I apologize. Give me 1 second. I don't know what the deal is with my phone. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway. Okay, so what do you have to say about this?
You want me to explain, Lucy?
Please do.
So a couple months ago, I made videos about the Brian Koberger connection, door number 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Door number 2 was really heavily like thrashed by YouTubers because I was calling out Jazzy as a possible accomplice. Not a, like she knows something, okay? So when I say that,
Xana's sister, right?
correct.
Okay.
So Jazzy Jasmine, aka Jazzy, WSU graduate of, you know, recent graduate, okay, went to the school. She works in their social media department. She's all about, you know, being out there and open, working with the sports teams. And so she knows who's who. That's number one. Okay. She's got connections to a lot of the faculty and staff because she's who's who. She's a graduate. She's Pi Beta Phi. So is her, excuse me, her Asian friend affiliate, who I have a video about all her TikToks. So I found Jazzy's TikToks. If you pull up TikTok on your computer, you can, you know, watch the videos yourself. And all of Jazzy's TikToks, if you go from the bottom up to the top, are indicative of a lot. So you just got to watch those. I have a video on it. I could send it to you if you want, but you know, they're also accessible on TikTok for anybody's viewing. Okay.
Either way, that's fine.
She's all public unless she's went private by now. But last heard of Jazzy, she's out. Okay, so the Asian friend, there's a timeline there in her TikToks. The young Asian girl, they do a skit with Jazzy, the Asian girl, and another young girl. I'm not sure, but this is when they were all in school together. And in 2021, they make a comment about who's most likely to do drugs, who's most likely to give head, who's most likely to screw their teacher. The Asian girl is the one that raises her hand, and they all point to her in the skit, right? So there's clues right there of who they think she is. She would do drugs, she would screw the teacher, and she would give somebody head. So she's definitely the Monica Lewinsky of the gang, right?
Yeah.
So then you got those two, right? There's the Asian girl connection. You got the Jazzy connection. So Jazzy, we think, could have been at the grub truck the night of the, okay, there's a girl who kind of comes into the scene. I'm not sure whether that's Molly Gray or there's two girls with a gray sweatshirt. I got to go pull the pictures of the other one that Annie and I found with the red backpack. Okay.
Right.
She like swoops into the scene. She's only there for a short second. Check this grub Here's another clue at the grub truck of what may have caused this rivalry. The dude, number 9, that is getting close to Maddie when he's getting his food, and everybody thought that's a tool, and he's like messing with her.
Yeah.
Okay. So that dude, he and Maddie keep eyeballing each other. She's over ordering food by Kaylee. They're eyeballing each other, kind of giving each other looks. Maddie kind of is hesitant to walk towards him because of something. But I see what that thing is, because in the other shot, when you actually see him and not her. So this is when Maddie's at the ordering food with Kaylee, and you can see what's going on over there. So you don't see it when Maddie's over there yet. So this girl walks into the picture and kisses number 9, the one who's messing, you know, the one next to Maddie in the other shots. Okay. So there's an interaction there. Am I still on?
Yeah, no, I'm listening to you. You're on.
So there's this interaction, number 1, where you have a possibility where they have been at the corner club, and Maddie was you know, having a little good time with this guy. Maybe they hit it off a little bit, and this other girl is like, hey, I'm not having this. This is no, we're not having this. So she, as Maddie, she goes and kisses the dude, and then walks through the crowd with her friend with the red backpack. If you don't catch this shit, you miss it, but I got it all on screenshot. And then, so that's the whole interaction there. But that girl looks like Jazzy, the one who walks up and kisses number 9. Okay. Now, that would cause a rival group, right?
Absolutely could, yes.
Absolutely, because you know how girls are. So that's number 1. But here's the other connection. Isn't Jazzy a WSU student? And Brian in his first year of WSU, and Jazzy just coming out, and her his whole thing about having issues with girls at school, you know, making maybe some rude comments or something. So maybe he hooked up with that Asian chick. She had a bad time, got pissed off at him. He made some weird comments to her, and she's like, you know what, Jazzy, we got to do something about this weird dude, you know. And right, either that or Brian met Jazzy and the Asian girl, because he was bar hopping, they done met him. He's already been to their parties or something, and he got wind of that house. Maybe got invited over there to something, during a Halloween party. My first inclination when I heard this case, they all met at a Halloween party. Somebody who met them at the Halloween party done came back and killed these kids. So I think, but so they're in Jazzy's TikToks. Here's the last point I'm going to make. There's a conversation with texting between her and Xana. Okay.
Mhm.
It's in 2021. Xana is texting back and forth with her sister. She says, I hate driving to Pullman.
Yeah.
My car's broken down. I don't want to come eat at Pi Beta Phi. And then they talk. Jazzy's like, well, what's your address? Well, if you're 10 minutes from your sister, you should know her freaking address. So we know that there's a breakage right there. There's a separation. And then we have the mother, Kara, and she lost her kids. So all the kids have been separated. They're not, doesn't mean they're necessarily close sisters. Me and my sister.
Right. And there's
haven't
family
talked for
drama
5
there.
years.
Period. Yeah.
Me and my
right.
sister haven't talked for 5 years. We freaking hate each other right now.
It happens. It does. It happens.
Thank you. So that's all I have to say.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I do. Like
Yeah,
I said,
bro.
anything anybody has to say on these things that's why we're doing this. That's why I'm taking all this stuff out of the box and we're pulling it all apart and looking at it, like I keep saying, because we have to, guys. That's the only reason we're going to figure anything else out.
Why would Jazzy be allowed to have an alibi? Let me explain. Let me just close out with this. Because she's her sister.
So she was cleared first immediately, period.
Because she's in a
Because
sorority
she's a sister,
and she's
right.
her sister.
Just like Ethan's brother and sister were probably cleared immediately as well. Just like anything in that sense, I get that. Yes, that makes sense. Doesn't mean it's right, but yes, it makes sense. Okay.
Yep. All right. So thank you.
Absolutely. Jules just said, same here, girl. I can't stand my sister so much. I'm only an only child. I gotcha. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate that very, very, very much. And that's a good point. That is a good point. It's not something I ever thought about, but that's, again, here we are. Are there things we were missing? Obviously there are, because we're looking at things that we didn't talk about before, guys, because they weren't there in our minds. Okay. I don't know. What do you think of this, Jules, in your opinion? I feel that he's saying, well, see, I could go either way, but I'll finish this out now and we'll go.
If you can dismiss
An hour later, and we're like, what? And I don't know. I don't know anything about those individuals. I just know. Right.
So there it is. Kristen doesn't know anything about those individuals. So that comment in itself can eliminate Jack Decor because she knows everything about him. Okay. So that eliminates him, but pretty much nobody else that I know of, unless she knows of somebody else, but we don't know that yet. So Michelle's point about Jazzy, that's very possible. Very, very possible. There's nothing like that, Michelle. There was nothing wrong with the way you look. Don't worry about that. Yes, there was 2 vehicles from Ethan's family. That's absolutely correct, Wood Fairy. The hour later part, I have no clue about. She just seems to be sketch of a group of people, and I can imagine that means the roomies. That's my thought. They just live together. It means nothing really. Gotcha. I absolutely got you. But the thing I'm getting from it all is that the cops are refusing to tell the family someone's alibi. Thank you. And what's the reason behind that? Okay. Is it because here's the thing, because of where we're at right now in the case, guys, if this is the roommates, is it because there's something they're protecting for what the alibi would be? I know that doesn't sound like it makes a lot of sense, but it kind of does in a sense. hear Mrs. Goncalves say two names. Where did you see that, Will? Oh, you're okay. Don't worry about that. Mazzy, Hunter's sister from Betty Party at Dunga, Alabama, and Jazzy, Alabama. Okay, got you. Jewels of all trades. Okay. Ethan's family has publicly questioned the 8-hour gap. That's a fact. There you go, Michelle. Larry said, you look wonderful. I agree with that one, Rhode Island housewife. Wait, what? What did you say up there, Paula? Maybe one of them was sleeping with a married woman. Oh, I see what you're saying. That it doesn't have. Right. Okay. I got you. I think he was cleared too, Heather. Joe from the truck at this point. I don't know. I don't know if they. I don't know. Ashlyn Couch, ? Chief said, just my guess because she's the roomie that pays but doesn't live here. That makes sense as well. It definitely does, Chief. I wasn't talking specifically about the roommates. My point is that if they don't have a right to know what people were doing in their own private life, private time. You're right to an extent, Paula, but when it comes, in my opinion, at least, this isn't like thing. I'm just saying when it comes to like a murder investigation, then I think they do need to know what's going on, at least in that time frame, to specify innocence in a murder case. That's all I'm saying. Well, that's basically what Jules just said too. Yeah, right. In that sense, I see what you're saying though, Paula, about personal lives and things like that. If this wasn't the case, then no, there's no reason for knowing any of that. All right, Molly said Chief. Yes, Chief said. Yeah, that was something else too that I had thought about was her as well. Was Ashlyn, the roommate that didn't exist? Remember? So we don't know. We don't know at this point. All right, moving forward.
They were people that, definitely should have been looked at, and yeah.
I don't know. They were definitely people that should have been looked at. Again, there was a couple, that's two. I'm telling you that she's got to be referring to the roommates, okay? They did not know these two roommates because they weren't there that long. They knew Maddie and they knew Kaylee. That's who they knew. And that's why I'm thinking that they're talking about the two roommates. So what alibi did they have that they won't share? And why won't they share that alibi? That's another huge question. Huge question, guys. Did it happen that Dylan was supposed to be in the bottom floor, but when the other girl never moved in, she took over the other room? That's what I'm thinking. I've been trying to figure out how the layout got messed up so bad. That's my thought too, Jules. And that's the only thing that we could come to a conclusion with 3 months ago, when we talked about that part of it, was that's what happened. Plus, Kaylee didn't live there near as long as Maddie did. That's a fact. Welcome, Mama Bear. Thank you for joining us. I wish you were up here. It's probably more likely that American Princess, who knows at this point. It very possible is American Princess says, Liz, that's true. There we go.
They were people that, definitely should have been looked at, and yeah.
She had a strong alibi.
Really tough.
You can dismiss.
An hour later, and we're like, what? And I don't know. I don't know anything about those individuals. I just know they were people that, definitely should have been looked at, and yeah.
I don't know what would prevent you from sharing somebody's alibi.
Yeah, I think that's what we're struggling with. So it's like, we know what we know. We've, fought for Jack, Kaylee's boyfriend, and, we still stand that way. So I did just kind of want to clear that up while we're talking through this ambiguity that, that's not what we're honing in on here.
We don't want to make more victims out of innocent people.
Exactly.
We definitely don't want to do that.
You've mentioned before that you
Yes, it is,
didn't want to
Jules.
have a funeral right now because the killer's still out there. Is that something that you're still thinking about? Are you nervous at all? I mean, because in Moscow, we talked to students. People are really nervous there.
It should be.
Yeah.
This targeted to me, it seems behavior based. That's why I don't like it, and it kind of pits the parents against each other. So I don't like that. I just told some of the other parents today that if your daughter has no ill will for me, man. To me, if you go have a couple beers or go out and hang out with your friends and then come home and go to bed, if that's your target, then I think we all do that. I think we all come home and go to our beds. Yeah. So
it's kind of a bad word then. I mean, it doesn't really make sense in some ways.
Exactly.
The prosecutor told me that.
Yeah.
He said, I think it was kind of a weird word to choose.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense if there was some bad behavior that they did. Let's say, I don't know, they came from a strip club or something, and then somebody followed them home. That's a targeted thing. That's what comes. I've had innocent people that were interviewed that were their neighbors, and they said, I'd be a lot more scared if it wasn't targeted.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing anything to target me. And I'm like, well, if targeting is just going to bed with your friends.
So maybe that was just a way to calm people down.
I feel like it was strategic.
Yeah.
It was a strategic way to keep.
He stressed that, by the way. Once again, I feel like it was strategic. Okay? Once again, folks.
People from hitting the door, transferring out, and turning that place into a ghost town.
You never think you're going to lose your little sister.
Yeah.
Ever. You never think you're going to have to bury your daughter.
Absolutely unbelievable. It's nothing. Nothing compared to the pain that I feel.
Yeah.
Losing Kaylee. And I don't know. It's several things. It's her age. It's how it happened.
So life.
Why it happened. Who did this to her?
Just graduated.
Who did this to her and her friends? The fact that she was with her best friend. I mean, since they were little girls.
That family tonight is so heartbroken. I've been in touch with them. It's literally unimaginable to think about what they are going through.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider.
So there's that. Okay. And I think that's going to probably do it for today, but I will be back tomorrow for sure. So at this point, guys, with what we just watched, I have to say that I feel like there was an alibi given for the two girls that were survived in the house, the other two roommates. Okay. And whatever that alibi is, they won't give it to Steve or the family, or they wouldn't at that point. And I want to know what that, like, why? That doesn't make sense. Why? We're in the middle of a murder investigation. There should be, this is their child that was murdered. Why can't you just give the alibi? If that's what clears them, then that shouldn't be that big of a deal. I don't get it. It's kind of a problem. It's kind of a problem, in my opinion, at least. Okay. I don't know, folks. It's jacked up. Sorry, guys. I don't. My allergies are killing me today for some reason. I took an allergy pill and now I'm just like dirt. So anyway, absolutely. We know they were there. That is their alibi. Then what's the big deal? What is Steve talking about then, Paula? I mean, who else would there be? Because it's, Kristen said I don't know anything about these people. She knows everything about Jack, so he's not one. So there's got to be other people that they don't know, if that's the way you're going to go with it. I can see that. Okay. All right, guys. Once again, but the family is being told it's a strong alibi. Yeah, right, Jules. A very strong alibi. Why use, and I told you guys, verbiage is very important in these things. Verbiage, word formation, paragraphing, all of that stuff, you have to listen to it, you have to look at it, because it makes more sense than anything they're saying. It's how they say it, okay? If this person wasn't a suspect before then. Very good point, Jules. All right, guys. Today, sorry about all the weird things that went on, how long it took to get things going. It will be better tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just sorry, guys. I'm just like burp with this allergy thing. It will be, yeah. Okay, let me check real quick for you, Sylvia. But yeah, guys, tomorrow it's gonna be, we're gonna move along a little quicker through it. I make that point. So many verbiage it is. This is why we love you. Grammar and word placement is very important. 100%, Emma. 100%, guys. Thank you so very much for everybody's input, everybody's enthusiasm with this, your passion, guys. Michelle, thank you so much for coming up here once again and explaining your situations, for sending me everything you did. And Michelle, thank you for your passion for this. Annie, if you're still in here, thank you for yours. And each and every one of you guys, thank you for yours. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. And my moderators, I love you guys to death. Thank you for what you do. You do great stuff. And everybody else that's in here today, guys, I absolutely adore you guys. You guys are amazing people. And I appreciate what you're doing for this channel and for me by being here, guys. I absolutely love it. So thank you so very much for all of that, guys. And once again, I will be here tomorrow between 12 p.m. and 12:30 p.m. to do this again. And we will move on into another aspect of this as we're breaking this down and putting it back together. So once again, thank you, folks. You guys have the absolute best possible day that you can have for the rest of today and tonight. Don't forget, guys, to love yourselves, to love each other. Don't change a thing about yourselves, because you guys are the beautiful people. And I will see you so very soon. Bye-bye.